All right, we're here waiting on the radio feed to begin. Got Bill back at the studio getting it all set up for us. If you're just tuning in, probably not, but here at the beginning of the podcast, we'll be broadcasting live from the podcast. Clint Davis, Jim Fuller here tonight at Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina. Coach Victor Floyd brings his Cyclones in to play the Vikings of Emerald. And as we get started tonight, we look forward to being able to bring you this game, and we thank all those who make it possible. So as the night goes on, we'll only have 3 hours to broadcast online through the service. So at some point, we'll probably have to stop and start over. You'll just have to refresh your browser. If you do that, refresh your feed to get the new feed coming through. We'll do it during a commercial break, give us plenty of time to take care of it. But that's just how it goes sometimes. So with that said, we look forward to it. Bill, just give me a holler when you're ready for us to go online. Let me know what's going on. Your phone's ringing, Jim.
I thought it was you.
Yep. So let us know what's needed to do here, Jimbo. Bill, once you get it all set up.
I am at the football game.
All right.
Just answer one question. How did the meeting go today?
Jimbo's at the football game, and Jimbo's on the phone, which is what he likes to do.
Okay, good. Well, I'll call you when the game's over, okay? Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
He likes to talk on the phone when he's supposed to be on the radio.
That was my grandson just 3,000 miles away.
In California.
Yeah.
California.
See, it's only 3 o'clock out there.
I heard that. Emerald's 4-3 on the season. Chester's 5-3. Emerald lost to Woodruff last week, 35-28. Beat 96. Beat Ware Shoals. Lost to Saluda. Lost to BHP. Beat Crescent. Beat Eastside. Lost to Woodruff.
Some of their losses are no embarrassment.
No, it's no.
Lose to Woodruff, that's
no loss to Woodruff. No embarrassment to lose to Woodruff or BHP.
That's right.
Kind of a similar type school football team as Chester. So they run a similar offense as Chester runs an offense. And so we look forward to seeing how this game goes. It could be a quick game. Cyclones coming after a big victory last week, 33-14 over Union County.
Of course, if they run like we run, it could be a short game.
Could very well be a short game. I'm not going to be opposed to that.
No, because we got a long ride home.
An hour rush ride. So we'll see.
They got a beautiful stadium, beautiful facility, AstroTurf.
Got a turf field. They sure do. They got
track around the field.
Track around the field. Jeff would be, if he was here, he'd be pumped about that. We don't have Jeff again tonight. He is not here. He's still having fun with the grandbaby. So we don't blame him for that. So Emerald's still got all their region games left. They've already had their bye. Cyclones have theirs at the end of the year.
Who would say they had left? Clinton and who else was on
Union County.
Union County.
So they played Woodruff, Chester, Union, Clinton. Cyclones had Woodruff, Union, Emerald, Clinton. Setting up next week going to be what could be a very important game, and Chester should everybody do what we anticipate them doing. And what we hope they do. We hope Chester wins.
It could be exciting.
And we hope Clinton continues on. I'm not sure who they play. What's up, Bill? Okay. Do what? What do you say now?
I'm going to do 90 seconds and come to you, and after that it'll be 2 minutes until – do you have the radio down there with you where you can listen?
I don't have a radio, So,
okay.
so
I know you can pick up that station in Whitmire.
Yeah. No, I didn't bring it. So we got you got 90 seconds now?
Starting right now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Bo.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Bye. All right, we're back here at, well, hold on. All right, welcome everybody here tonight to Greenwood, South Carolina. This is Clint Davis along with Jim Fuller. We're at Emerald High School getting ready to bring to you the night's ball game between the Vikings of Emerald, 4-3 on the season, and the Cyclones of Chester, 5-3 on the season. This is a region tilt that gets underway at 7:30. It's right now 56 minutes to kickoff, it says. And we are live on WRBK and its affiliate radio stations getting ready to bring you the game. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Bill Baxter, who's in the studio running this thing for us. We appreciate it. We're sending our signal via a podcast from Spreaker.com. If you'd like to go to Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com, search Chester High School football. If you get away from your radio, you can do that. The only difference is, just know if you're listening on the podcast, we will not have commercial breaks. So you'll hear me and Jimbo doing a little bit of bantering back and forth as we talk through the game. But as we get started tonight, we look forward to it. Cyclones come in and play what seems to me, Jim, a mirror image of the Cyclone football team. The folks from Emerald High School, the play-by-play broadcaster, along with the rest of their crew who does internet-only broadcasting through the school, told us that basically Emerald's going to run a run-heavy spread offense. They're going to dominate with their play in the backfield. They're going to have an H-back a lot of the time, and they're going to run behind the H-back. He told us that the defense is going to be a 3-3 stack defense, where they're going to move up a bandit to the line where it'll be a 3-4 basic defense, three linemen, three linebackers, and then that bandit. And then, of course, on the back end, you've got four defensive backs, two safeties, and two corners. And that is exactly, for the most part, Jimbo, what the Cyclones do. So it should be two mirror images of each other. And the question, I think, is going to come down to who gets the breaks, who wants it more, who's able to execute.
Yeah, I think we discussed that earlier. It looks like, of course, we're not genies, but it looks like it's going to depend on who makes the fewer mistakes, who doesn't fumble, who doesn't throw pass interceptions, who doesn't have 12 penalties in one quarter. All those type of things are going to factor in to tonight's game, with all other areas being equal. I'm not saying they are equal, but they seem to be equal on paper. The only thing that's not equal is they got a lot more football players than we do.
They do have
a ton down here on the field.
They do have a lot more, but that's not anything abnormal for the Cyclones as we get ready for tonight's game and kind of work through what we expect tonight to be like and work through the rest of the season. Cyclones have a smaller number, and they've got a larger number on their JV team. Coach Floyd intentionally keeps that number fairly large to keep the program going. Got about 70 to 80 kids in the program as a whole, which is a good number for Chester. And so we look forward to bringing you tonight's game. We look forward to seeing what happens on the field. But, again, we have two teams that are going to be, in some ways, mirror images of each other, and we look forward to seeing what they're able to do here tonight on the field. The Vikings are going to be dressed in all purple, look like the Minnesota Vikings to some degree.
They do.
And the Cyclones are in their traditional away uniforms with blue pants instead of white pants. So white jerseys, blue pants, red socks, and blue helmets. And so the Cyclones look sharp on a turf field. Track around the field. Look forward to it. We'll take a break and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football, WRBK. All right, so I don't understand. I'm so confused. I mean, the Herald has an article in the newspaper about the guys who make more than $100,000 annually, but they don't have the list of games or anything like that. Now, why are we spending that much time worried about what a football coach makes, and people want to know who's the game?
Yeah, I saw it on the internet. Clint, what does it go to Striker? How do you spell it?
What are you talking about? Spreaker. Spreaker.
Spreaker.
E-A-K. Like Spreaker. E-A-K-E-R.
.com.
That's correct. And then look for a search at the top for Chester Cyclones football. I don't want that. That's not what I want. Let's see here. All right, we're getting ready to go back. Welcome back to Chester High School football on WRBK. We're here in Greenwood, South Carolina at Emerald High School getting ready for tonight's game between the Emerald Vikings and the Cyclones of Chester High School. We have played this season mythical creatures in the Griffins from Fairfield Central, and tonight we come down to play the Norse gods of the Viking era. And so let's just hope that they don't come out with a boat and with some swords swinging as if they did when they infiltrated Britain and the rest of Europe on their conquest to control the entire continent. But back in history, for those of you who don't know, that's a reference to the old Scandinavian Vikings from way back in the day. Most of you are familiar with that. I'm sure you've watched TV shows about the Vikings. Let's talk about some games, Jimbo, some important games in the state of South Carolina. Obviously, for us, none more important than this one, the 5-3 Cyclones on the road against the 4-3 Vikings. Let me tell you how Emerald got to where they are on the season, 4-3. They started the season off fairly strong, and they beat 96 35-28. Then they went to play Ware Shoals, which is a 1A school, and beat them 49-6. So at that point, they were 2-0 on the season after playing a 1A team and a 2A team. Then they traveled to Saluda. Well, they had welcomed Saluda into this house and lost a 7-point game, 21-14, to the folks from Saluda. Then they went on the road to Belton Honeypath. That's not an easy place to go play, but they went on the road to Belton Honeypath and lost 35-6. There's no shame in losing to the Bears at BHP, Jimbo.
At home.
Then they came home and beat Crescent and 17-10. And then they beat East Side on the road in Greenville County 27-14, and then lost last week in an nail-biter to Woodruff 35-28. Their number one running back, number 3, who is going to get the start and carry the football a lot tonight, he is Jalen Foster. He's a senior. And Jalen ran for 195 yards against the Wolverines from Woodruff last week. Now, those of you who follow Chester Cyclone football know that the Cyclones were able to run the football against Woodruff as well. Cyclones amassed close to 300 yards against Woodruff running the football, and Shadim McCullough got somewhere near 185 yards. So this is a team that's going to come in here with a lot of confidence, ready to run the football. We'll see what the Cyclone defense is able to do. I think, Jimbo, that what they're going to find with this Cyclone football team is a whole nother animal when it comes to the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
I will agree with you 100% on that. There's one thing that you can say for our football team is they go full bore every play. They don't take a play off. They don't loaf. They don't slough off. They go in full steam. So I think that's one thing in our favor.
Absolutely. So a big game in the state of South Carolina before we take another break is Burns. The Rebels go on the road to Dorman. So they'll go from from Duncan, South Carolina, up I-85 through the treacherous terrain of I-85 that's been worked on for 25 years or more to play Dorman at Dorman. Dorman's 7-0 on the season, 1-0 in the region. And as they come into the game, they're going to be playing a Rebels team that's 6-2, 1-1 in the region, ranked 9th. The Dorman football team is ranked number 1 in the Sweet 16 poll. I'm going to go with Dorman gets it done at home, Jimbo, against the Burns team. I think Burns will play tough, but I think Dorman's too much.
Yeah, I think that may be one of the tougher games that Dorman plays this year because Burns is always strong. But I agree with you. I think Dorman's going to come out on top.
All right, well, let's take another break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK. We're counting down the kickoff, 47 minutes till the Cyclones and Vikings kick it off here in Greenwood. All right, I got to find some more here, some more scores. All right, we don't care about all that. I want to get – let's see what I can find here. All right, I'm trying to find out the high school league here, Jimbo.
Can you pull it? Can you find it?
I'm looking for it so we can see if we can't get this thing a schedule of the week. I'm trying to see if we can get a weekly schedule.
I don't know where Jeff found his, but he usually had one.
No, that's a schedule for Ian, Hurricane Ian. I don't care about that.
No, I don't either.
Here we go. I don't want that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's the day? The 14th? Okay.
14th, all day long.
All right, here we go. All right, we're back here at Greenwood High School. I'm sorry about that. Got lost there for a moment, listening to things, trying to find the schedule, and got sidetracked for this week. High School Football League on South Carolina Football League about some games, so we can talk about a few games that may be of interest to our area and to the Cyclones here as we think about what's happening here in South Carolina high school football tonight and around the state. First of all, a good game here, Jimbo. I think the Blythewood Panthers 5A football team host the Clover High School Blue Eagles. Clover's on the road. They're at Blythewood tonight. They will go down not to play the Panthers, the Bengals, The Blue Eagles on the road to play the Bengals. Clover comes into the game with some ability to score some points. I think they're playing better defense than they anticipated playing this year. I still think Blythewood gets it done at home.
Yeah, I hate to say it. As much as I like Clover, and I usually pick them, I don't think tonight's the night.
You don't think tonight's tonight?
I don't think tonight's the night.
I think Blythewood gets it done at home.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Bowling Springs, a team out of Spartanburg County, will travel tonight to Gaffney. They've got to go over, Gaffney, I got it backwards here. Gaffney travels to Bowling Springs. So Gaffney will leave the confines of the reservation, travel down I-85 and try not to get hurt. On their way, they'll drive up through Chesney area, and then they'll get to Bowling Springs High School. Gaffney goes on the road, gets it done at Bowling Springs. Though Bowling Springs is better, they get it done at Bowling Springs.
Yeah, I hate to go against my granddaughter's new husband's hometown, but they're not going to beat Gaffney.
Brady's husband's from Bowling Springs.
Bowling Springs, South Carolina.
Did he play ball at Bowling Springs?
Yeah, he did.
He did. How about that?
High school ball.
High school football there.
Yeah, but they're not going to beat Gaffney.
All right, now one over in Lancaster County. Chesterfield comes on the road. The Rams on the road to Beaufort to play the Beaufort High School Yellow Jackets. Beaufort welcomes them into their hometown as they wait on them to arrive. And we see what can the Yellow Jackets do. I think the Yellow Jackets get it done. They beat Chesterfield Rams on the road.
I agree with you.
You got me there?
Yes, I got you back on that one.
All right, big game in Lancaster in Fort Mill tonight. We've got the Lancaster High School Bruins, who started out strong against this Cyclone football team, got a victory. Then they had some more wins. We thought maybe Lancaster would be able to do something this year, but it appears that they have kind of fallen on hard times as of late. They've got to go on the road to play an undefeated Catawba Ridge football team at Catawba Ridge, Jimbo.
Check that scoreboard before the game starts. Make sure your light bulbs are all burning.
That Catawba Ridge defense is going to get fired up against Lancaster tonight, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
The running game will get going. I think Catawba Ridge gets a lead, and then they just tee off.
Just hang on.
They just tee off on Lancaster. It's going to be a long day.
Where are they playing? I mean, it really doesn't matter. But
they're playing at Catawba Ridge.
Oh, that's another touchdown.
The Snake Pit.
Yeah.
Up there at Catawba Ridge. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK.
They'll lay it on them.
Oh, they'll beat the dog out of them.
Yeah, they'll lay it on them.
All right, as we get going here, let me just give you a sponsor, several of our sponsors from the radio. we are unable to give you the live feed here on the podcast, but we are certainly thankful to all of our sponsors as we use the podcast to send the signal back to the radio station. And let me just say a couple of them, Barron Funeral Home and Dantzler Baker Funeral Homes, supporting Chester County and Great Falls. City Chester proper and Great Falls is a sponsor for tonight's ball game. They support the Cyclones, and we're thankful for them being able to support this radio broadcast. We appreciate both Barron Funeral Home and Dantzler Baker Funeral Home supporting the Chester High School football broadcast on WRBK. Additionally, we have Chester County Natural Gas. And those folks support us. They're always big supporters of Chester Athletics. They're supporters of Louisville Athletics and Great Falls Athletics as well. We appreciate Jason and all those folks at the Chester County Natural Gas and their willingness to support us. Particularly, we give a shout-out to our man, Roy Brunson, who I'm sure makes sure that we get support. If for some reason there was a question, I'd just call Roy and say, hey, Roy, take care of it.
Roy boy could get it done.
Roy will take care of it, man.
He'll get it done.
Got no questions with Roy. All right, Shadeem McCullough getting ready to do his backflip into the huddle as the guys get ready for it. And they're fired up and ready to go as the Cyclones are. We got 40 minutes to kick here. We're on a break here during the podcast as in the opening pregame show, kind of working our way through some things. We'll talk a little bit about this game when we come back, and then we'll go back through some scores some games around the state.
What is our Mike Enoch game of the week this week? Do we have one?
We got to come up with one. I don't know, but I got one on my schedule right here. I'm going to pull up in a second. It's going to be a good one for you. All right, back here at Greenwood, South Carolina at Emerald High School. Beautiful field out here. It's Emerald is a purple team. They're the Vikings. They're dressed in all purple. Their colors are white, purple, and gold, and the end zones are nice, Jimbo. They've got
very nice.
And then they're white end zones with purple writing, Emerald Vikings. Emerald to our left, Vikings to our right. They have a palmetto tree in the middle of the field as well.
Yes.
And a beautiful symbol of a crest and some look like hatchets across the
Viking hatchets.
Yeah, Viking hatchets, war implements by the Vikings.
That's right.
That they would have used. As we get started, let me just kind of give you 2022, just kind of make us familiar with Emerald. We haven't played Emerald in a long time, if ever, and certainly we haven't played in my time in Chester. So if you're just tuning in, you want to know where Emerald is, it's on the south side of Greenwood, and 2022 marks the 28th season of Emerald Viking football, which means this is a 28-year-old school. They play their home games at what's called Frank Hill Stadium on the campus of Emerald High School, and it's affectionately referred to as Valhalla.
That's good.
Valhalla.
I like that.
So they welcome everybody into Valhalla. Cyclones are in Valhalla playing. The stadium is named after the Vikings' first coach, Frank Hill, who led the team to a 12-3 record and a state championship in 1998. The first year the Vikings made the playoff of becoming a high school in 1994. The school served as Greenwood District 50 as a junior high school prior to 1994. The Vikings have an all-time record of 148 and 162 with one state championship, 1998, under Coach Frank Hill. They have one region championship which they won in Region 2 3A 2017 under Coach Tim Mahan. And Coach Thomas Tad DuBose in his third year coaching the football team here at Emerald High School is took over in 2020 for the Vikings winningest coach, Tim Mahan. His overall record, Coach Tim DuBose's overall record is 8-17, 2-9 in region games. So they've not had a lot of success under Coach Tad, but certainly playing better this year than perhaps in years past. So 4-3 on this season, wins over Ware Shoals, 96 Crescent, East Side. They've lost us to Saluda, Belton Honeypath, and Woodruff. They're 0-1 all-time against the Chester Cyclones. The two programs had a long meeting in November the 2nd, 2012, with Chester winning 49-34. Well, we have played them during my time, and I didn't remember.
I didn't remember.
Former Vikings head coach Tim Mahan was and former Chester Cyclones coach Anthony Sterling led the respective programs during this matchup. This is head coach Tad DuBose's first ever meeting against Chester as head coach, and Cyclones coach Victor Floyd has never faced Emerald as a head coach. In 2021, Floyd led the Cyclones to an 8-4 record, where they lost in the Upper State Championship game to Daniel 41-20. And, of course, we remember that game. The Cyclones were over there playing hard on the weekend of Thanksgiving. Daniel was too much for us.
Yep.
Let me give you a few things about the Vikings offense tonight. Vikings offense this season has amassed 2,081 yards in 7 games. That's an average of 297.2 yards per game. They've passed for 712 yards, 101 yards per game, and ran for 195 yards per game. Definitely a run-heavy football team. The Vikings sophomore quarterback Key Holloway has amassed 1,167 yards of total offense through 7 games. He's passed for 644 yards and 4 touchdowns while rushing for 523 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's some information about Emerald. We'll talk more about them as we get ready for tonight's game. 35 minutes to kick here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Cyclones getting ready to take on the Emerald Vikings from Emerald High School here in Greenwood, South Carolina. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Now, those guys gave us all kind of information, man.
Boy, I tell you what, that's
we got
very
the
nice.
information from the running backs. We need to get our sports information guy to put all that together.
That's very nice.
When's
very
our sports
nice.
information guy going to put all that together?
Who is it?
You.
Me.
Janice will type it up for you.
But that is nice that you have all that information.
Yeah, that guy, I don't know what he does for a living. The guy's name's Brian King. Good guy who does this. Maybe this is one of his jobs, and he does a good job putting all this together and compiling this information. Had it laminated for us and everything.
Boy, you don't find that very
And
often.
a roster. I mean, he brought it all to us like he likes it, man. We got it like we like it, Jimbo. They taking good care of us down here.
Very, and we got a great space. I mean,
Oh,
this
it's
is
wonderful.
Really nice. We by ourselves and on the end of the press box, right at the 45-yard line. I mean, it's really nice.
Absolutely. So as we get going, we got another couple of our sponsors from the radio side of things. We appreciate all of them making it possible for us to be here tonight. Fairfield Electric Cooperative. Folks down in Fairfield County and some residents in Chester County certainly are beneficiaries of the work of Fairfield Electric Cooperative. We appreciate Stephen Raines and his job he does down there in quality control, and we're looking forward to being able to continue our partnership with Fairfield Electric. Appreciate them and their willingness to serve us. They are serving the citizens of Chester County, Fairfield County, and others with their power needs. And
I just got a text from my daughter that she is listening to us in Denmark, South Carolina.
How about that? Welcome.
That's in the country, boy.
Denmark, baby. Denmark, Olar. I don't know who they play tonight. And then we've got one more sponsor, and that sponsor is First Citizens Bank. We appreciate First Citizens Bank always making it possible for us to do this. All right, we're back here at Emerald High School on the radio. Thank you guys for being with us. Clint Davis, Jim Fuller, as we tune in to tonight's game, or we get ready for tonight's game. 33 minutes to kick off, 6:57 on the clock. Cyclones and Vikings. Vikings, we went to the break talking a little bit about the Vikings on their offensive side. Their quarterback has amassed 644 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and rushed for 523 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season in 7 games. Running back Jalen Foster has 118 carries on the season for 742 yards and 14 touchdowns. They're all team highs. In Week 6 versus Woodruff, the senior running back ran for a season-high 194 yards rushing and 3 scores. J.T. Turner has 24 carries, 74 yards. A.J. Anderson, 16 carries, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Basically, Jimbo, Jalen Foster is their horse in the backfield.
In other words, he is the man.
Ian Ryans leads the Vikings with 34 catches for 394 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 11.6 yards per catch. Jordan Green serves as a big play threat. He got 8 catches, 176 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the season. So they're going to spend most of their time going to the receiver number 1, Ian Ryans. He'll be in the slot most of the night. Quarterback will hit him. We'll see a lot of action with him. And number 3, Jalen Foster, the running back. They're going to run out of a spread formation with an H-back. It'll look a lot like Chester. And so we look forward to seeing who's able to control the line of scrimmage. We said this before Woodruff. We said it last week, and we'll say it again tonight. If Chester can run the football, control the line of scrimmage offensively, it carries over to the defensive side, Jimbo.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Now, I think that's one reason that we've been as successful as we have this year is for that very fact. So maybe we can continue and carry it on tonight. Just got a text from Jeff Kerr. He said that this nice broadcast, go Sykes. So we look forward to have him back next week and hearing all about the new grandbaby. I'm sure we will.
We got a big one next week. Big one next week is Clinton coming into town. senior night for Chester, and we'll welcome in the Red Devils. Let's go through a few games around the area, around the state of South Carolina before we talk more about talk more about Emerald and Chester tonight. Woodruff High School, a region foe for the Cyclones. They beat them early in the season, first game of the region 2 games ago in a barn burner, and they go on the road to Clinton, South Carolina, or as those of you from the area like to know it as Clinton. They go to Clinton, South Carolina to take on the Red Devils. And let me tell you something, that Red Devil football team is ranked number 4, I believe, in the state in 4 and 3A. That team is playing really good football. That's going to be a tough task for Woodruff, who is 0-2, 1-1 on the season in the region, as they lost to Chester and then beat Emerald last week. I think the Red Devils are going to be all over them.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I mean, I would be surprised, but I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I think they get it done. I think the Red Devils are all over them there at home tonight against the Wolverines. Another big game here for Jimbo, and if Jeff Kerr was tuning in, he is tuning in. If he is here, he'd be interested in this one as well. Fairfield Central High School, the Griffins travel down 321. They'll probably go out and hit 34 and go down I-77, get off on 277, hop off there on Two Notch Road, go to Bolden Stadium to play the Capitals of Columbia High School.
Well, here we go. You know what? I hate to say this, but that's another game where there might not be enough light bulbs in the scoreboard.
Poor Columbia.
They may put it all over mine and my wife's Capitol and just absolutely just wipe us out.
Columbia,
but anyway.
Columbia High School's fallen on hard times lately.
No, they have fallen on hard times.
That's going to be a tough one for them. As we continue on, one more before we leave. Poor old Manning High School travels from Manning, South Carolina, over to Dillon.
That's another case.
To play the Panthers from Dillon High School. Dillon's ranked number 2 in 3A behind Daniel, who got all the first place votes in 3A over the last several weeks. I think Dillon runs away with this one.
When was the last time Dillon has been rated below number 2?
I don't know.
Back in the dark ages.
I don't know. I just know the last time that they finished the season number 2 that meant anything to me was 2018.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
When the Cyclones handled them in the state championship.
Yes, sir.
We'll take a break and we'll be back. Cyclone Football, WRBK. Oh, bowl Chapin. Dutch fork.
No. No, don't say that. Oh, God.
Oh.
My grandson in California is listening to us.
No, that's awesome.
He says, hey, love y'all. Sound great.
Thank you. All right, let's go here. Emerald High School. W.J. Keenan High School on the road at Eau Claire. That's going to be funny. That'll be like the game last night.
We do talk about safety, so hang on. I love you. You know, I'd like to do some research and really find out when was the last time Dillon was ranked below number 2.
I bet Travis could do it.
It's been a long, long time.
Yeah. We're going to have some stanky leg going on here in a minute. Get with it, stanky leg. Jimbo don't know nothing about that.
No, I don't know. That's way before
I like my
time.
man down here on the radio broadcast over here. He's on the sideline. Looks like Tim Peeler from the
is that him?
Looks like Tony Haynes from Wolfpack Radio Network down there. He got it on like he likes it down there.
Got a red microphone?
I mean, he's got it like he likes it.
Boy, he's on the ball.
Telling you what. Got his little battery pack going on.
Yeah, maybe one day when we get to big
All right, here
time.
we go. All right, we're back at Emerald High School. Cyclones getting ready to take on the Emerald Vikings tonight in a region tilt here at Greenwood, South Carolina, at Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina. Jimbo, we come in. We had a nice meal at Miggs.
Very nice meal.
Nice meal at Miggs, and we're getting ready for tonight's game. Miss our buddy Jeff Kerr. He'll be back with us, hopefully, Lord willing, next week as the Cyclones will play host to Clinton Red Devils, the number 3 ranked team in the state of South Carolina in 3A. Let's go on through a couple games here, Jimbo. One that matters to you and your family who's listening, and we appreciate them listening here. Chapin High School Eagles on the road tonight. They'll leave the friendly confines of Chapin High School out by the lake. They'll drive down and hit the Irmo area and take on the big green machine,
Boy,
Dutch Fork.
I tell you what, that is next to Dorman. That's the second professional high school football team in the state of South Carolina. I see Tommy Knotts, there was an article in the paper. How much money do you think he makes a year?
Oh, probably $150.
$133,000 a year coaching high school football.
There you go, Tommy.
So what do you think Chapin's going to do?
Yeah, Chapin's not going to win tonight. They play the number 1 ranked team in 5A, Dutch Fork, and so we look forward to following that game. We've got another game here tonight. Jimbo, you'll be appreciative of this one. This game will remind me very easily could remind me of the Colts and the Broncos from a couple weeks ago where it was 12-9. It was 9-9, went in overtime. The Colts won in overtime 12-9. W.J. Keenan on the road against Eau Claire. That could be a 12-9er.
You know what? That may be just the opposite. Instead of needing extra light bulbs, they're not going to need any light bulbs because there's not going to be any scoring.
I know, exactly.
It's going to be nothing.
My thoughts exactly. One more before we take another break here. Spring Valley High School, the Fighting Mike Enix from the Northeast Columbia area. Travel up I-77 tonight. They'll get off on exit 88 most likely and take a right, head on over to Fort Mill High School. And they play the Yellow Jackets of Fort Mill. They'll be looking good. They'll have a big student section. They'll have the meal on their helmets, and Spring Valley will walk away there with a big one.
Yeah,
big victory.
You think they're going to beat Fort Mill?
Jimbo, come on. Fort Mill's an offer, I think. I don't think they've won all year.
Well, I know we put it on them. But
Spring Valley, I don't know what their record is, but I think Spring Valley gets it done.
Well, if that's,
I hope not. I'd like to see Fort Mill pull one out.
Yeah, because we put the game that would never end.
That was the game that will never end.
The game that I walked in my house at 2:20 in the morning after the game from being at Fort Mill for the lightning delays.
That we never saw lightning.
Every 15 minutes.
And
we never saw.
And never had a drop of rain.
Not a drop of rain. But still, we got these prolonged lightning delays.
The game that took 2 calendar days to play.
Exactly.
So
right.
the Cyclones won that one. Yeah, exactly. The Cyclones won that one. I think Spring Valley gets it done on the road at Fort Mill tonight. Let's take another break and we'll be back. Then we're getting ready for tonight's game. Having a good time here at Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina. This is Chester High School football, WRBK. All right. I guess they're back over there where the buses are. I don't know. This is a strange setup down here. I think I'd just taken them down into the baseball field. Got to find a good game for the Mike Enoch game of the week we can follow.
Yeah, you got to find a real good one.
Got a big one in Louisville tonight. I mean, not a big one, big rivalry, but they'll.
Great Falls.
Yeah. Won't be a big game. They'll be ugly.
That new coach has done well down there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. They've got good numbers on the front line. They don't have to play their linemen both ways. I think that's the key. We'll talk about that as the night goes on with Chester. Right now, Chester's been able to have, if the offensive line can dominate, it carries over because it keeps the defensive line fresh. If you don't have to move linemen, skill guys you can move.
Yeah.
Linemen, you get banged on every play. That's tough.
Every single play.
And skill guys don't, they can run around and stuff like that. But linemen carrying that weight, getting banged on, that's tough. If you keep that defensive line fresh, and that's what Louisville's able to do. And, of course, it doesn't hurt to have a quarterback transfer in who was starter at Northwestern and then lost his starting job. And
sounds like Spencer Rattler.
Well, he's performing a little better than Spencer.
Well, that's not saying. I got to be quiet. I see a lot of Clemson orange out here in front of us.
Well, we down here in the area. Jeff would feel right at home.
Yes, he would. Jeff would feel right at home.
Yeah.
Of course, Jeff, I have to admire Jeff.
Jeff's a good one.
He doesn't wear that much orange and flaunt it and everything.
No, he's a good one. He's a good one. We love Jeff. We miss Jeff. We're ready for Jeff to come back. Jeff, you missed a good meal if you're listening, man.
Boy, you did miss a good one.
All right, let's go. Welcome back to Emerald High School. Clint Davis, Jim Fuller on the podcast and radio, calling tonight's ball game for the Chester Cyclones as they take on the Vikings of Emerald High School. Emerald has a lot of players. They also have a lot of cheerleaders on the field. It looks like we've got youth night here. Maybe, I was going to say middle school cheerleaders, but there's a little tiny girl.
Yeah,
so
they're younger than middle school.
Yeah, they've got youth night here. Children here out here cheering with the Lady Viking cheerleaders, and that's always exciting to see those little children, little girls out there waving their pom-poms, having a big time, wearing pink and supporting the breast cancer awareness and doing a game. And even one of them or several of them are tied up with or paired up with varsity cheerleaders, and it looks like they're having a good time. We always look forward to seeing that. Speaking of that, just one more kind of shout-out before we get started and continue getting ready for this game, Jimbo. We got to give a shout-out to my man. What was his name? Bird? Something. What was the guy's name last Friday night, the guy from Union.
Oh, yeah. It was Bird.
It was Bird, yeah. Bird was out there as an 8-year-old escorting a young lady to the homecoming dance and homecoming court, looking good.
And he was also called Junior.
Junior, he was something Bird Junior.
Yeah. He was Junior. So, he had his little tuxedo and his bow tie and
his sneakers,
brand new white sneakers.
Had them like he liked it.
Yes, he did.
All right, let's go. A couple more games before we get focused in on this one tonight. Just a few that are important to us. Louisville High School tonight. The Lions will welcome in the Great Falls Red Devils from Pride Valley. They'll travel over Highway 99 into Jimbo, making their way into Richburg. The Great Falls that's a big rivalry game in 1A. Louisville's going to have way too much tonight. I wish both teams could win. We always want to support local teams. We always want Louisville and Great Falls to do well. I just think Louisville's got way too much on offense for Great Falls tonight.
Yeah, that's the battle of Chester County. Of the 1As, and it is a real rivalry. They really go after each other by being so close together. But wish them well.
Yeah, I wish both teams could win that one. Unfortunately, they can't. Here we go. Another big game here in York County tonight. Rock Hill, the Bearcats take the road to Nation 4 to play the Falcons. Neither team having a great season. It'll be a good opportunity for one of those teams to get a win that they desperately need. I think the Bearcats on the road against the Nation Ford High School Falcons. Nation Ford struggled defensively this year, which is typically their bugaboo. And so I'm going with Rock Hill Bearcats on the road, probably out on a limb, but I'm going Bearcats on the road to get it done.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one.
And another one in York County tonight, the York Comprehensive High School Cougars travel over Highway 5 to 161. They'll make their way up to Cherry Road at District 3 Stadium, and when they get to District 3 Stadium, they take on the Northwestern Trojans. And York's playing better football this year, but I believe this one probably will be as bad as Northwestern wants it to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be pretty.
No, Northwestern's got too much for them. And we'll see how it goes, but Northwestern's going to have far too much for them as York travels in. Trojans get it done at home over the Cougars. Before we take another break, let me just say I got word just a moment ago from my family that my nephew down in Atlanta, Georgia, has been applying to different colleges, and the first college he heard from that he got into, and he's really excited about it, and it is Auburn University.
Auburn University.
Auburn University.
My grandson's a graduate of Auburn University, and my granddaughter is going to apply there.
All right. Well, Terry got excited. He got accepted there.
Good.
He's pumped. And my sister-in-law says one-on-one on college admissions so far. My sister-in-law wrote back, Terry's going to college. As if it was in question.
Yeah.
But
right.
We're excited for him. Congratulations to Terry the 5th. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK. Oh, let's see here where we are. I got some time. Let me get it to him right here. All right, getting ready for tonight's game. All right, let's see. We got a few others here. While we wait on Jimbo to come back, we'll work through some of these things as we get going. If you're tuning in on the podcast tonight, thanks for joining us. We are, as usually, sending the signal through the podcast. We don't have commercials. We'll have commercials hopefully in the weeks ahead. We'll get those commercials for us if we go on the road. But right now we don't have commercial breaks, and so we just kind of talk during the breaks. All right, back here at Emerald High School, the Cyclones will take on the Vikings from Emerald High School tonight here at Emerald High School on Frank Hill Field. If you're just tuning in on the radio, we have talked a little bit in the pregame, and we'll talk more as the night goes on regarding this Emerald football team. We've got a nice printout from their sports information department. And this football team has amassed 2,000 yards of offense in 7 games, so they average close to 300 yards of offense per game. The Cyclones a little over that. This is a run-heavy offense. They've only passed for 712 yards and run for 1,400 yards. And so, really, this is a run-heavy offense, just like the Cyclones. They're going to run out of a spread formation. They're going to run with H-backs and tight ends. They're going to throw the ball to slots in important situations. And we're going to hear their running back's name called a lot. He had 194 yards last week against Woodruff. And so this team will be coming into this game tonight with a lot of excitement and a lot of energy, and they'll be ready to go. A lot of confidence against this Cyclone football team. Defensively, Emerald is going to play a 3-3 stack defense with a bandit. We call it a spur in Chester, but it's the same defense. It's a 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers lined up behind the down lineman, therefore the stack. 5 defensive backs historically, but the Cyclones will move one guy up. Usually it'll be Andre Evans, number 3, who will be the spur, and he'll move up and he'll play close to the line of scrimmage, particularly against a running football team. I look for the Cyclones to play a lot of single high safety looks as they bring guys down to help stop the run. I think Emerald will do the exact same thing against the Cyclones. Both teams will try to establish the run. If you can establish the run offensively, it typically carries over to the defensive side of the ball. Here's why. Your defensive linemen get rest. If you can control the line of scrimmage and run the ball, you control the clock. If you control the clock, you control the time of possession. If you control the time of possession, you rest your defense. Defensive linemen get tireder faster than offensive linemen. Offensive linemen hit the guy in front of them or the linebacker and make the play. Maybe they block downfield. Defensive linemen have to fight through blocks. Defensive linemen have to chase down running backs, chase down quarterbacks. They get tireder. They need more rest. And so the goal for Chester, and it picks up the intensity on the defense because guys are fresher. The goal is to control the line of scrimmage offensively, run the football, control the time of possession. If you're able to do that, get first downs, big yardage on first down, and you're able to do that, you have much more success defensively as the game goes on. You have a fresher defense. And even if you got guys going both ways in the back end of the defense, the offensive, the front guys up front taking the pounding are fresh and they're able to get penetration. I think Emerald's going to look the same way. They're going to try to do the exact same thing against Chester. Emerald is giving up. They've given up 1,600 yards of offense, 1,600 yards, close to 233 yards a game. That's pretty admirable. Cyclone's been gaining over 300, close to 350, closer to 400 as well in some games. So we're going to see strength against strength, and these two teams are going to mirror each other a lot. We're getting ready for the national anthem. The Emerald Band's on the field. 11 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock before kick. We'll take another break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK.
You presented that exactly like I had it scripted.
Thank you for acknowledging that. All right, that's the national anthem. Getting ready to go back on air with the radio. Thanks for tuning us on the podcast. Glad to have you with us. All right, we're back here. We just finished the national anthem at Emerald High School. The Emerald High School band presented a national anthem in a beautiful way. The color guard presented the arms and did really well with that. And we're delighted to be able to call this game for you. Let me get us ready for tonight's ball game as we get started. Let me give you the starting lineups, first of all, for the Chester Cyclones. I really don't have them for Emerald as far as up front, but I know who their skill positions will be. First of all, for the defensive side of the football, Zeke Evans will be a cornerback on the right side of the formation usually, and Reggie Heath will be a cornerback on the left side. Andre Evans will be in the spur. DJ Stevenson will be in that Will linebacker position. Kyan Kennedy in that Mike position, that middle backer, and Maurice Feaster will be on the field as well, usually as the spur and or defensive back, the second safety. Antonio Hopkins will be at the Sam linebacker position, and he'll be all over the football field. Shadeem McCullough will be the free safety for the Cyclones. Trajan P. will get the start at the nose guard. Cortez Woods usually gets the start at the right defensive end. He'll split time with number 50, DeAndre Hall. And Terry Radford will get the start. The freshman will get the start at the other defensive lineman position for the Cyclones. Defensively, they'll come out in that 3-3 stack, but I look for them to cheat that linebacker down tonight to try to see if or that extra safety down to try to stop the run and make the quarterback for Emerald beat them with the pass. For the Cyclones on offense tonight, let me give you the guys up front first. That's going to be C.J. McCree at the right tackle position, Jordan Land at the right guard, Jeremiah Gladden will be the center. The left guard will be number 75, Joels McCullough. He'll split time with number 58. Gabe Hope will also wear number 45 and be a H-back. And then up the middle as well, on the other side, Trevante Weldon will be the left tackle. For the Cyclones in the backfield tonight will be number 31, Shadeem McCullough, and number 16, Antonio Hopkins will split time in the running back position. Trooper Floyd will call the signals. A sophomore, has started every game and will continue to start every game, provided he stays healthy as his football team progresses. Cyclones will have Tyler Williams split out far right, along with Reggie Heath. Andre Evans will be in a slot, and Kyan Kennedy will be a tight end for the Cyclones tonight as they get started and get ready for this football game. Both teams are starting to make their way to the field. Cyclones had to walk a long way around this stadium to get their guys ready and get them to the field, and so we're waiting on the Cyclone captains to get to the field. Let me give you some information about Emerald that I have before me with reference to their offensive football team. Number 12 is their quarterback, Key Holloway. He's a sophomore, and he will carry the football some. He's a dual threat guy. He'll throw it as well as carry it. Ian Ryans, will be the slot receiver. He'll catch most of the passes when they throw them. Jalen Foster will be the running back. He's a senior, and he will be carrying the mail most of the night. The Vikings will also have Jordan Green split out wide in the formation along with number 10, Kyrie Shivers. And then the other slot will be number 9, and that is J.T. Turner. Turner's had some touchdowns on the season, and so he'll be in the other slot opposite number 1, Ian Ryans. But for the most part, look for Ryans and Foster and Holloway to be the active ingredients on the offense for the Vikings of Emerald tonight as we get this thing started. We'll take another break, and we'll get ready as these captains come onto the field. We'll take a break, and then this break should carry us into the start of the football game here between the Cyclones and the Vikings of Emerald High School.
They just not coming on the field.
Well, they had to walk all the way around.
They had to walk halfway to Abbeville. Well, at least we got our captains out there.
Andre and Shadeem.
They could use another standard of lights on each side, I think.
I think so, too. It's a little dark here,
isn't it?
It is
a little dark, yeah.
All right, let's get this one underway. I'm ready, boy.
Boy, let's kick it off.
Let's go, baby.
Put some points on the board.
Let's make it happen. I want to see the Cyclones come out. Let's watch, see who wins the toss. Cyclones will call it. Let's see what it is. Emerald wins it.
Looks like they're going to receive.
All right,
Yeah,
put their offense on the field to start. I don't like that. I defer every time if I'm a coach. Maybe they want to put their strength on there and try to get up. They don't want to get. Maybe they think they're going to have a shootout on their hands.
Maybe they want to put points on the board. Try to put points on the board first.
Here we go. All right, we're back here getting ready for tonight's game. Cyclones have lost the toss, so the Vikings won the toss and have elected to receive. They'll receive the football, moving right to left, and they'll be moving toward the scoreboard, which means, Jimbo, the first drive of the game will go toward our car. Now, as I look to the left, y'all just need to understand, we're sitting in the press box. We're on the left side of the 50. We're about the 45-yard line on the left side of the 50. The big scoreboard, Frank Hill Stadium to our left, Emerald to our right. They come running out with purple smoke bombs, cannons coming out, lighting it up. They got a big band. They got the band playing. They're running through the band. They're excited to be here. Cyclones make their way on the field as well. They're fired up, run through the banner that the cheerleaders put up. But if we're looking to our left, there is the baseball field directly to the left of the football stadium. We are parked directly underneath the scoreboard.
That's exactly right.
I have never in my life parked this close to the press box. I am thankful that they don't let people just wander down in there because our car would be wide open.
We could get a football in the windshield.
We could, and so if a ball gets kicked over, well kicked on an extra point, it might hit our car, and that would be awesome. It's in danger. So
I don't want your insurance man to think about that. Well, you're not going to believe what happened to my windshield.
Oh, Will Smith take care of him. I'm not worried about Will Smith. Anybody worried about insurance, Will Smith. Got a big game going down in Louisville tonight. Louisville hosts the Great Falls Red Devils. Our buddy Travis Jenkins from the Chester News and Reporter, who had a pig on his front lawn this week in a wild turn of events at the office. But he is down at the Great Falls game and Louisville game, and he'll be texting us updates. Emerald will get the football back deep to receive the kick from number 39, Austin Allen for the Cyclones, is Ian Ryans. He's number 1. He's the deep guy. He stands at his own 6-yard line in the middle of the field. He's flanked by 2 other guys. One of them is number 5, Cam Foster. The other, number 4, Jordan Green. Green takes it at the 9-yard line. He's cutting across the field. He's trying to cut up. But the Cyclones hit him in the back and drag him down after he crosses the 25-yard line to the 27, where they'll put it in play 1st and 10 to start this football game at their own 27-yard line.
Have you noticed that smoke clouds hanging right over the goal post on the right-hand side? It's just hanging there like a
purple smoke.
Purple smoke.
Emerald takes it over 1st and 10. Quarterback is going to be in the backfield. That's Holloway. He's got a running back to his right. Tight end on the right side of the line, 2 receivers to the right side as well, and an H-back. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle. Maurice Foster steps in the hole, but the running back falls forward to the 30-yard line. He gains 4 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 6. So just as we anticipated here, number 3 got the opening carry. Jalen Foster went over the left side. They actually gave him 3. Maurice tackles him. He comes up from that spur position. Cyclones in that 3-3-5, single high safety look over top, leaving Shadeem McCullough there to play center field, trying to get some run support. Cyclones cheating up. Now they're looking to bring pressure, and they got DJ Stevenson, got him to jump off sides, I believe. He came forward. I believe the right guard jumped for Emerald. They'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll replay 2nd down.
Well, at least it wasn't on us for jumping the gun.
DJ didn't jump.
Nope.
2nd down and 11 here. Foster lines up to the left side of Holloway in the backfield. He's got H-back on the left side, right behind the left guard. Takes a shotgun snap, short side of the field, swings it out here in the flat to his running back, Ian Ryans. Ryans gets back he gets the penalty yards back, brings up 3rd down and 7. He gets to the 30.
Yeah, I like 3rd and 7. That
Cyclones were quick to the football.
Now we'll find out how much they trust their running game.
Foster to the right side of the quarterback. He looks to the right to the sideline to get his play call. Cyclones standing in position. Trajan P. over the nose tackle. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back. He's got some running room up the middle, but he's going to be stopped a little short. He's going to be stopped at the 36-yard line. He had to get to the 37, bringing up 4th down and 1 for the Vikings here early in the game. Big decision for the coach, DuBose. Tad DuBose making a decision. He decides to send his punt unit on. If I'm the Cyclones, I'm playing punt safe right here.
That punter's sort of a small kid.
Great Falls just got a text message from Travis. Great Falls in, and Louisville's only dressing 17 kids for tonight's football game. On to punt number 41 for the Vikings, Wade King. He's a junior. He gets a good snap. It's a little bit wobbly, but he gets a kickoff. It's going to be an end-over-end kick, hit at the 36-yard line. Going to be taken by Andre Evans at the 35-yard line. He's trying to cut upfield. He gets tackled over there in the flats by number 7 for the K.J. Morton for the Vikings. The senior makes a good special teams play after a gain of 4 on the return.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he put a good tackle on our guy.
So a 2-minute drive ended up in no yardage for no first down for the Vikings. Cyclones take it over at their own 37-yard line. Trooper Floyd rolls to the right side. He cuts upfield. He's still on his feet. He gets tackled by the linebacker there, number 22. After he cuts upfield, Laborious Warren stops him after he gains 6 on the play. So it brings up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, that wide side of the field was wide open. He just cut it up in the hole and got 6 yards. That's what we need. 6 yards, first down every time.
Floyd in the shotgun formation. He's got an empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the right side. McCullough in the slot on the left side. Now he motions in back to the backfield and stands to the left side of Floyd. Hands it off to McCullough up the middle. McCullough's at the 35, 45-yard line, 45-50, 45-40. He's down inside the 40 to the, I believe, a 36-yard line. That's a big-time gain for Shadeem McCullough. That's going to be 24 yards and a Cyclone first down.
He had a nice crease, and he cut it up through the crease. And it was, what'd you say, 24 yards?
24-yard run. Now Floyd in the shotgun formation, moving fast. Got the ball set, takes the snap, looks down over the field. He's got a man coming open across the middle. That's Reggie. He throws it too high. If Reggie catches that ball, he's in the end zone. Trooper's flash falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones here. 4th play of this drive started at their own 39. 9:36 to go in the first, so we're now 8:45, so just over 45 seconds have elapsed, and the Cyclones are moving into Viking territory. Floyd puts the man in motion from left to right. That's Andre Evans. Takes a shotgun snap, going to fling it out here to Andre in a wide out position. He starts upfield and he falls down. He actually lost a yard, maybe 3 on the play as he fell down as he tried to cut upfield on the slippery turf.
What's that Jeff saying, tripped over the grass?
Green grass got him.
Green grass got him.
Andre lost 2 on the play after he fell. I'm going to say he lost 3. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Cyclones here. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. It's a snap to his right side. He's going to throw to Reggie Heath. Reggie's got some running room, but he gets hit immediately after he gets to the 35-yard line or back to the original line of scrimmage is all he got. 4 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down and long for the Cyclones here.
We going for it.
4th down and 9 for the Cyclones. Coach Floyd rolling the dice here at this point on the field. We've got 3 receivers to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right. McCullough in the backfield with Floyd. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right, look down the field. He throws across his body. He's got a man open. Kyan Kennedy, he throws it too high. The ball falls incomplete. It was just outside the reach of Kyan Kennedy. Ball falls incomplete. Brings up a change of downs. The Cyclones turn it over after an errant pass from Trooper Floyd at the 36-yard line of the Vikings.
That was 6 points. He was wide open.
Vikings take it over for their second possession here tonight at their own 36-yard line, where they started their own first drive at their own 26. 7:37 to go in the first. Vikings on the field for their second offensive possession. No score here in Greenwood. Quarterback runs a shovel pass to his guy in a slot. That's Ryan. Ryan makes a couple of Cyclones miss, gets upfield, crosses the 40 to about the 45. He gained 9 on the play, brings up second down and 1. Quarterback Holloway is 2 for 2 passing tonight, both to Ryans, who's got 17 yards of passing, receiving. Cyclones give chase to the quarterback. He tried to roll to the left side. Cyclones brought pressure. That's Antonio Hopkins from that strong linebacker position. Takes him down for a big-time loss of
a bunch.
13 yards. A sack of 13 yards for Antonio Hopkins for the Cyclones.
We had sort of a jailbreak on that one because we had 3 guys all over him.
Third down and long here for the Vikings. Third down at 14, 6:58 to go in the first. Cyclone defense on the field, trying to get lined up. The Vikings running back to the right side, 2 receivers to the right side, H-back. They're going to try to run a quarterback run over the left side. Cyclones give chase, but he's got some running room. They're going to run him out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down. On third down and 14, he got 15 and enough for a Vikings first down.
We had a hand on him in the backfield, and he wiggled away. That's it's not good.
First down of the night for the Vikings. Ball's at the 49-yard line of the Vikings, moving right to left against the Cyclone defense. 3-3-5 stack defense here for the Cyclones. Running back in the backfield to the left side of Holloway, the quarterback. Holloway just picked up 15 and a first down on third down and 13. Waiting on the snap. He's got a good snap. Hands it off to his running back over the right side. He starts right, cuts back left. He's going to drive the pile forward to the 41-yard line. That's enough for a first down, I believe, for the Vikings. They've got a little bit of a momentum here against us, Jimbo.
Yes, they do. That was a nice crease right there that he ran through. They're going to give him first down.
First down, they'll set the change.
Yep.
Ball's at the 41-yard line of the Cyclones. Vikings wearing purple uniforms, purple pants, purple jerseys, purple helmets, moving right to left against the Cyclone defense. Waiting on the snap, Holloway takes it, hands it off to his running back. Running back starts up the middle, then kicks it out to the right side of the offensive line. DJ Stevenson from that outside linebacker position makes the stop after a gain of 2. 15 yards after 3 carries for Foster tonight, coming off a 194-yard rushing night last week against the Woodruff Wolverines. 5:51 to go. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off on the dive play to Foster, but he gets about 3 yards. He drove the pile forward, Jimbo, to the 36, maybe the 35-yard line. So brings up third down and 4 for the Vikings here.
I just got a text. Louisville 7, Great Falls nothing.
Not surprised about that tonight. Could be a lot of those. Those are the footballs on the Cyclone 35. Vikings moving right to left against this defense. 8th play of this drive here.
Big play.
Holloway in the shotgun. H back to the right side. Hands it off to his running back, Foster. He's the second man through the hole. Runs on an isolation. He got to the 31-yard line. That's enough for a first down for the Vikings. He gained 4. 22nd yard, 22 yards of rushing so far for him. Third first down on this drive.
Yeah, like we said earlier before the game started, they just lining up and pushing it.
Got tight splits with that offensive line against the Cyclone defense, trying to push them around. Jalen Moss in at the middle linebacker position now to try to bring a little bit of bulk. Here come the Cyclones trying to cut through. The quarterback forced the running back outside, and Antonio Hopkins gives him chase, but not before Foster picks up 5. That's a good gain on first down.
Yeah, you get 5 yards on first down. That's good.
Cyclones had the ball on their opening drive, drove down into Viking territory, but had a couple bad passes go errant from Trooper. One was a running back fell down, and Cyclones were unable to capitalize, but they moved the ball. Now the Vikings moving on their second offensive possession. 4:15 to go in the first, driving down the field. Fakes the handoff. The quarterback does. He's inside the 20-yard line of the Cyclones, where it'll be a first and 10 for the Vikings from the 25 to the 20-yard line of the Cyclones.
I mean, it's obvious that their quarterback's going to be one of their leading rushers tonight.
Holloway in the backfield. H-back on the left side of the line, right behind the left guard. 2 receivers to the left side. It's been a run-heavy offense so far for the Vikings. They do the same thing here, run up the middle, and Foster's going to get forward to about – he gained 4. He gets to the 16-yard line. 13th play of this drive forthcoming here. 2nd down and 6 for the Vikings inside the Cyclone territory at the 16-yard line. 3:30 to go in the first. Second offensive possession for the Vikings against the Cyclones. Quarterback in the shotgun, waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, is going to try to throw out here in the flats, hits Ryans. Ryans cuts in upfield. If the Cyclones had him stopped as he went outside, he cut inside. Reggie Heath got inside the 10-yard line to the 9, and that's going to be, there's a holding call on the field. It's a little bit of laundry's helped us out twice tonight.
Oh, I tell you what, that one's going to help.
I believe it's going to be holding. Let's see what it is.
Come on, let's have a signal.
Face mask. 5-yard face mask on the Cyclones. So
that's not what we thought.
No, it was a pass completion for 7 yards. Quarterback Holloway is 3 for 3. All have been caught by number 1, and he got 7 yards on that play. He's caught 3 passes for 21 yards tonight. 4th play of the drive here. Hands it off to Foster over the left side. Foster dolls on the ground. Cyclones going to recover the football. I believe they recovered it in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Cyclones recover the football. Foster's going in the end zone. Fumbles forward. Cyclones fall on the football. They'll take it over 1st and 10 at the 20.
I'll take that any day of the week. Give us a fumble in the end zone. Let us get it. Yeah, buddy.
Absolutely. 2:48. Cyclones got a big turnover right here.
Oh,
and
that helped.
They fumbled the football and lost it. Foster going into the end zone, fumbled it forward. Cyclones recover end zone for a touchback. Cyclones will take it over. 2:48 to go in the first from their own 20-yard line, moving left to right. Cyclones need to take advantage of this now, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. We got to go 80 yards to get us a score.
Hands off this time to the running back over the left side, and he's going to get back. He's going to lose 2 yards for the Cyclones here. That is number 16, Antonio Hopkins. And so his first carry of the night nets a minus 2 yards, and the Cyclones have it. 2:30 to go in the first. 2nd down and 12 now. Maury Simpson on the field for the Cyclones in the slot to the right side. Hopkins in the backfield. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw it to Amari. Amari's at the 20-yard line, makes a couple men miss. He's still trying to drive his way forward. He gets to the 23. He got the lost yardage back. He gained 4. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Cyclones. Trooper is 3 for 5 now tonight.
Yeah, we need to get this first down so we don't
for 6 yards.
Give them good field position with a punt. Put them at midfield.
3rd down and long for the Cyclones here. 3rd down and 6. They gave Amari 6 on that play. We'll take it, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. We'll take everyone we can get. We need about 6 more.
Troopers in the shotgun formation. Tight split on the left side in the slot. 2 receivers split out wide. It's a bad snap, but he's able to corral it. He's going to throw downfield. He's got a man open. That's Kyan running downfield, and he throws an interception. That ball's going to be intercepted at the 40-yard line of the Vikings. Trooper tried to hit a seam pass, and it was good coverage by the deep guy, number 15, who made an interception, Bradley Jones. And so Trooper's 6th pass attempt tonight was caught, but by the man in purple.
That's not the man you want to catch the ball.
No, it was not.
That would be about the same thing as a punt, though. If we had not made it, that's about how far the punt would have gone.
15 comes up with the interception for Emerald. And now Emerald has it after the Bradley Jones interception at their own 40-yard line, moving right to left for the 3rd time tonight against this Cyclone defense. 1:20 to go, and he hands it off to his running back up the middle. Foster still driving the Cyclones forward. He's over midfield to the 47-yard line. He gained 13, and the Emerald Vikings 1st down.
He looks a lot like our McCullough.
Fourth first down of the night for the Vikings, moving the ball right to left against the Cyclone defense here at Frank Hill Stadium. Terry Radford, Trajan P., Cortez Woods up front for the Cyclones. Right now, they've been on the field a lot here in the first quarter. Fakes the handoff, the quarterback does over the right side. Cyclones give chase. Ball looks like it's on the ground. I believe the Cyclones have got it again.
We couldn't be that lucky.
No, the quarterback railed to the right side, and Trooper Floyd's coming on the field. Cyclones got another one. Number 12 fumbled the football over the right side. Cyclones recover it. That's the second lost fumble for the Vikings tonight, and the Cyclones need to take advantage of this one. They have better field position here, Jimbo.
You're right. I never did see the official rule that we got the ball. I didn't see a signal at all.
Holloway rolled to the right side, fumbled the football. Now Trooper Floyd's on the field, got a low snap, hands it off to McCullough in the backfield. McCullough gets met in the backfield on a run blitz. He's going to lose 5 on the play. Brings up second down and long for the Cyclones.
We're going in the wrong direction.
35 seconds left in this one in the first quarter. Cyclones have it at their own 40-yard line after trading turnovers with the Vikings. Cyclones only one, and the Vikings both had decent drives. Vikings fumbled on their second offensive possession going in the end zone, and now the Cyclones have it after another fumble by the Vikings. Second down and 15. Trooper gets the shotgun snap. It's going to roll to his right. They're going to drop back in zone coverage. Trooper's running for his life. Going to throw the ball downfield. He throws it out of bounds. Try to hit his man Andre Evans. Ball falls incomplete. Brings third down and long. Vikings bringing pressure. Push Trooper outside. Troopers 3 of 7 passing the ball. We talked about this in the open. Cyclones have got to be able to run the football to be successful. Have not had much success after that opening drive, Jimbo.
No, we haven't. Shaheem has not had his usual game. Of course, it's only first quarter, so we can't jump to conclusions, but still.
Trooper Floyd in an empty backfield set. Got a bad snap from Jeremiah, but he's able to get it down. He's going to roll to his right, throw back across his body, and the ball hits Kyan in his hands, and then it falls to the ground at the 45-yard line of the Vikings. Cyclones will be forced to punt. We start this thing back at the start of the second quarter. That was the last play of the opening quarter. Cyclones and Vikings tied at 0 as we return this Cyclone football on WRBK.
Golly, right in his hands. Man.
Kyan's frustrated. Got to his body and bounced free.
We can't get our run game going.
What's that, Jimbo?
So we can't get our run game going.
No, we're having a hard time getting going. They're keying on it. We don't have to open it up.
A 124-yard run, that's been it. Louisville 13, Great Falls nothing, 5:20 left in the first quarter.
All right, back here, Trooper Floyd deep to punt, 4th down and 14. Got a good snap from Jalen this time. It's going to be a low end-over-end punt. It's going to hit the 40-yard line. Take a Cyclone roll. Going to roll inside the 30, 25-yard line, down close to the 20. They're going to stop it at the 21-yard line. Good punt by Trooper. He kicked it from the 39 to the 21. So what is that? That is 29 yards and 11, 40-yard punt for Trooper Floyd to start the second quarter, where Emerald will put it in play 1st and 10 after trading turnovers with the Cyclones.
Well, if we can hold them right here, we'll gain a little bit of yardage on the change of possession.
That's right.
It seems like that's what we got to do.
Emerald with their 4th offensive possession tonight. Starts at their own 21-yard line, moving left to right. 13-0. Great Falls trails Louisville with 5 minutes to go in the first. Quarterback hands it off on this running back over the left side, and it's going to be a jet sweep. That's Ryan's. Ryan's going to get to he's still on his feet. We thought he went out of bounds, but he got over the 45-yard line to the 49-yard line. It looks like they're going to spot him.
I think the Cyclones thought he stepped out of bounds, too, because they sort of slacked up a little bit.
Well, the linesman is trying to figure this out. They haven't spotted the ball yet.
Oh, they're going back. That's encouraging.
Holding on the Vikings. They ran a jet sweep. It's going to be a 12-yard penalty for the Vikings here.
Oh, that helped.
I'll race a big-time gain.
Jeez,
Drop
how
them
far are they going back?
deep in their own end zone. Well, he held from this 20-yard line, so he was a yard deep. So the ball spotted at the 10, second down and long. 11:35 to go in the second. Brings up first down and long for the Vikings. First down and 21. They've got to get to the 31 for a first down. Ball spotted at the 10. They're moving left to right here in the second quarter. 11:24 to go. In a huddle, they break it. Now they bring their offensive line to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Holloway, number 12, stands in the backfield. Puts his mouthpiece in his mouth. Cyclone's going to bring pressure. DJ Stevenson come off the outside. Foster runs right where DJ was. He came on a run blitz. He's going to get that penalty yardage back, so it brings up second down and 11. Antonio Hopkins on the stop for the Cyclones. DJ was coming on the blitz, came around the outside, and he squirted right inside him. Got upfield instead of making the tackle in the backfield. Cyclones gave up 10.
Well, you'd think with first and 21 we'd hold them.
9 rushes tonight for Foster so far. This one, 54 total yards. Second down and 11. Ball's at the 20-yard line of the Vikings, moving left to right, away from our car. Cyclone's going to try to bring pressure. DJ Stevenson just timed it perfectly. He gets in there. They throw the outside, and there we go. They hit Foster in the flats. Tackle on the corner out there by Reggie Heath Jr. for the Cyclones. Went high, and Foster drug him down, but it brings up third down and 7 after a gain of 4.
Big play. Big play right
Quarterback
here.
Holloway is 4 of 4 passing tonight for 25 yards. Third down and 7 for the Vikings. Cyclones play the Vikings. It's kind of dark on this field here. Cyclone's going to bring pressure again. Here they come. Quarterback's going to keep it rolled to his right. Cyclone's going to stop him in the hole. He gets about maybe 1 yard, maybe 2. Ball comes loose again, but the linesman comes out and says he was on the ground. It brings up a punt situation for the Vikings here after a gain of 2 by the quarterback over the left side.
We should get halfway decent field position out of this. We should be somewhere around the 40.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of the Vikings. 9:23 to go in this one in the second quarter. Kicking left to right. Number 41 on the kick, Wade King. He stands at his own 13-yard line. Vikings up man comes up, says something to his center. Now he steps back in line, number 9. That is J.T. Turner. He's wearing pink socks. Got a bad snap, but the punter's able to get it. It's a bad punt. It comes off the side of his foot at the 40-yard line, but it's going to take a big-time Viking roll inside Cyclone territory down to the Cyclone 40. So he got a 21-yard punt that ended up getting a 16 or 18-yard roll, so he got 39 yards out of that punt, which was really a bad punt, Jimbo.
Yeah, it was. I hate to say this, but it was pitiful. That thing came off his foot like a bucket of lard. It was just wobbling around.
Cyclones start this one, 8:52 to go in the second at their own 42-yard line, moving right to left. Let's see if the Cyclones can capitalize here on a good defensive stop by the defense.
Well, we do.
Trooper Floyd in the shotgun, takes the shotgun snap, going to swing past to Shadeem McCullough in the flats. Shadeem's at the 40-yard line. He's going to cut upfield at the 44-yard line, 45. He gained 8 on the play. So the Cyclones started not at the 42, but rather at the 37. He gained 8 on the play, brings up second down and 2 for the Cyclones here.
That's what we need to do, 8 yards first down every time.
Trooper hands it off up the middle. Shadeem breaks through. He's still holding on to the football over midfield, 45-yard line of the Vikings. They're going to spot him at the 44. That's enough for a Cyclone first down. He gained 10 on the play.
I tell you what, that was all Shaheem because he moved that whole pile that was trying to tackle him. He just pushed him forward. That was a nice run.
Cyclones get their second first down of the night. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Vikings, moving right to left. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, is going to throw out to the flats. He's got Reggie Heath at the 40-yard line. Won't get wrestled out of bounds, but he gained 4 on the play. Troopers now 5 of 9 for 18 yards.
We're throwing more tonight than I thought we would. Of course, we probably have to.
2nd down and 7. Trooper takes a low snap. He's going to run the option over here. Hit Shadim, 40-yard line, 45-yard line. He's still on his feet, 30-yard line, 25, but there's a hold coming back. It's out here on Amari Simpson for the Cyclones, who held in his slot position. So we'll back the Cyclones up 10 and replay 2nd down.
Just when we put a couple of first downs together, we get knocked back 10.
The hold.
Holding.
Penalty is going to be actually enforced from the spot at the 40-yard line.
So it won't be quite as bad.
So it'll be 2nd down and 16 for the Cyclones. Ball will be spotted at the 50. They've got to get to the the 34-yard line for a first down of the Vikings. Trooper Floyd 5 of 9 tonight for 18 yards. Shadim McCullough had a big run erased right there, but he's on 3 rushes for 29 yards. Cyclone offensive line getting set in place. McCullough moves from the right side to the left side in the backfield of Trooper. It's going to be a draw play. He hands it off to Shadim. Shadim gets maybe 2, and it brings up 3rd down and long.
Their defense is playing very well. Haven't shut our running game down, but boy, we sure haven't had the big runs that we're accustomed to.
KJ Morton on the stop for the Vikings. You're exactly right, Jimbo. Trooper Floyd in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to either side. Rolls to his right looking downfield. He's got some running room. He's going to get upfield. 45-yard line, and he does. Wow. He slides at the 43-yard line. So he gained 5 on the play. Cyclones needed 13. 6th play of this drive forthcoming. Well, we got a hold on the Cyclones. We'll back them up 10 yards. Or is he going to decline it? No, he's going to back him up 10 yards. Hold was called at the spot of the hold was at the 50-yard line. Nope, he's going to decline it. It's going to be 4th down and 8 for the Cyclones. Trooper Floyd on the punt. Ball is at the Vikings 37-yard line.
Louisville 13, Great Falls 6, 1:51 left in the first quarter.
6:21 to go in the second here. Trooper Floyd gets a punt off. It's a high end-over-end punt. It's going to be taken by the guy. It's muffed. Cyclones are on the ground, and Zeke Evans recovers it. Number 3, Foster muffed the punt, and if he moves out of the way, it rolls in the end zone for a touchback.
That's exactly right.
He muffed it at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you don't get within 10 yards if you're at the 5-yard line.
That's the 3rd fumble of the night for the Vikings. They've lost all of them. Now the Cyclones are set up 1st and goal from the 5.
It seems like, to me, that's the only way we're going to be able to score is pull a miracle like that one. I mean, the boy was right there.
6:11 to go in the second. Cyclones have it. +5, plus territory, 1st and goal from the 5 as Trooper Floyd brings his offense on the field. Takes a shotgun snap, is going to hand it off to his running back over the right side. Shadim's going to push forward. He's driving the pile hard. He's going to get down inside the 1-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and goal. After a 32-yard punt by Trooper Floyd, it was muffed. Cyclones recover it. Zeke Evans on the spot, and now the Cyclones have it. 2nd and goal from the 1 inside Viking territory.
I have a feeling we'll see that same play again.
Moving right to left, the Cyclone offense. McCullough comes out of the game. Antonio Hopkins comes onto the field. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Now 5:35 and counting in the second quarter. Trooper takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Antonio. Antonio jumps up over the pile. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Cyclones. 5:27 to go. Antonio Hopkins in a 1-yard run over the right side. 5:27 to go in the second.
A 1-yard leap. He was over the top of the pile.
Hopkins
got a lot of air.
2-play drive for 5 yards. High snap. Kicks up, and it is good. So Austin Allen's kick is good. Cyclones up 7-0. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. 5:27 to go. Cyclone football, WRBK. All right. Now maybe the defense will get fired up here. They've been on the field a lot. Defense has been on the field a lot here in this one, Jimbo.
You're exactly right. So we need to give them some rest.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to give Jeff an update. Well, it's to the point right now, we'll take them any way we can get them because we can't get a sustained drive going.
All right, Austin Allen's on to try the kick here. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking off right to left. Deep to receive the kick. Ball's going to go out of bounds, I believe, at the 21-yard line, so it'll be a penalty. And Emerald will choose, I think, to take it at their own 35-yard line. 5:27 to go in the second. Emerald has it, their own 35-yard line.
I hate to say it, but they got a good starting position.
Quarterback in the shotgun formation, running back to his left. That's Foster. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Foster. Cyclone's going to drag him down behind the line of scrimmage this time, though, for a loss of 1. That's number 38, Trajan P. in the backfield. Made the stop for the Cyclones, and Foster goes down for a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
That's the smallest gain he's had yet because he's been ripping them off 4, 5, 6 yards a pop.
Yeah, that's exactly right. First negative yardage for Foster tonight. We've had negative yardage with the quarterback, but not with Foster. 3 receivers go out to the left side of the formation. Ryan's in the slot on the left side. He's the second man out. They're going to call a wide receiver spring to him. He's going to come inside. Cyclone's going to be there to stop him, and there's going to be a penalty marker thrown. I believe this is going to be on the tackle. Antonio Hopkins makes the stop for the Cyclones. Ryan's gets to the 36-yard line. He gained 2, but it looks like they're going to – let's see what the penalty is. Personal foul, face mask on the Cyclones. Well, so it's a 15-yarder against the Cyclone defense. So instead of 3rd down and 9, it's going to be 1st and 10, and the ball is going to be at the Cyclone. Just the nose of the football at the 50-yard line. 35 yards and penalties on the Cyclones. 3 penalties.
That's not good.
Ball's on the Emerald side of the 50. 1st down and 10. Get to the Cyclone 40 for a 1st down. Coach Jerry Caldwell barking out orders to his defense. Quarterback's waiting on the shotgun snap. Hands it off to Foster up the middle. Foster's going to drive the pile forward, but he gained 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 forthcoming.
I've been impressed with Foster. He's done very well. He's a good running back.
Yes, he is.
Louisville 21, Great Falls 6, 3 seconds left in the first.
3:54 to go in the second here. Emerald's driving, trying to match the Cyclones, who just scored 7 on the muff punt. 2 plays later, stuck it in the end zone. Holloway waiting on the snap. Cyclones bring pressure. They're going to get to the backfield. He eludes the rush, and he's still on his feet. He squirts his way forward. 3 Cyclones missed him as he drove his way through. Antonio Hopkins and DJ Stevenson missed him from their linebacker position. They could have stopped him for a minimal gain, but he ended up getting 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Emerald Vikings. 15 yards rushing now for Holloway. 4th play of this drive forthcoming. 3rd down and 2. Ball's on the Cyclone 42-yard line.
Missed tackles will kill you.
Holloway is 4 of 4 passing, but 3 of them have been shuttle passes. Can't really count those. That's not really fair, is it, Jimbo? No, Cyclones give pressure this time, and Kyan Kennedy lets him go. He breaks free. He's on runs. Cortez Woods gives chase, but he gets across the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line, where it's a 1st and 10 for the Emerald Vikings. Kyan came straight through. Good individual play by Holloway to squirt loose.
We had him in the backfield. And he squirted loose and got a 1st down.
5th play of the drive here. Started at their own 35-yard line. 5:27 to go. When it drive started, it's now 2:54. Waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, hands it off to Foster to the left side. Foster's got a crease. He sticks his foot in the ground, goes right. Cyclone still trying to drag him down from behind. Maurice Feaster tackles him, but not before he gets to the 15-yard line. He goes from the 38 to the 15. That's a gain of 23. And a first down for the Vikings. Ball's at the Cyclone 15-yard line. 79 yards rushing now for the Vikings. Or for Foster, excuse me.
You know, he's a nice-sized young man.
Ball's at the 15-yard line. Cyclones going to bring pressure. DJ Stevenson jumps off sides. So that is the fourth penalty for the Cyclones for 40 yards here in the first half. 2:31. They'll stop the clock, move the ball 5 yards. First and 5 from the 10. First and 5 from the 10. Cyclone defense. If I was Emerald coaching staff, I'd just start going on 2 snap counts, get Cyclones every time they're trying to time it. Hands it off to Foster over the right side. He's going to get to the 8-yard line, so he gains 2. Brings up second down and 3.
That's one of the few times that we've stopped him for no gain or maybe a yard. But, I mean, usually he's ripping right on through there.
Gain 2 on the play. Second down and 3 for the Vikings. First down at the 5-yard line of the Cyclones. Vikings moving left to right. Purple pants, purple jerseys, purple helmets. Look like the Minnesota Vikings. Quarterback in the backfield is Holloway, number 12. Hands it off to number 3, Foster. He's got a crease. It's a touchdown for the Vikings. Over the left side, 8-yard touchdown run for number 3, Jalen Foster. He's got 89 yards rushing in the first half so far, 1:43 to go. Cyclones have been unable to mount any kind of offensive efficiency. That defense has been on the field for a long time.
Yes, they have.
On to try the extra point. Number 6 is the holder. That's Dawson Seaberg. It's the kick is down. It is blocked. Number 16, Maggie Finley, senior. She came on to try the extra point. Ball hits and falls incomplete. And the Cyclones will put it, they'll get ready to receive this kick. We'll take a break and we'll be back. It's 7-6, Cyclones over the Vikings.
What was her name, Maggie?
Maggie Finley. And I believe that the holder is number 6, Dawson Seaberg, senior. I believe that is a female as well.
Huh.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Get after it.
That'll be Sarah Grace one day.
Yeah, go for it. Number 13 has this teed up here. I don't have a number 13 on my sheet. Here's the run-up and the kick. It's high and over in kick taken by Tyler at the 16-yard line, 20-yard line, 25-yard line. He's picking his way forward, 30-yard line. He's going to get drugged down to the 31-yard line by a host of Vikings. Number 6 into the bottom, Dawson Sebring, in to make the stop for the Vikings. Excuse me, that's number 9 that made the stop. Cyclones bring their offense on the field. If you're just tuning in, it's 1:35 to go in the second. Cyclones up 7-6 after a touchdown off a muff punt. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Shadim over the right side. He's driving the pile forward, but he's going to get to the 35-yard line, so it's a gain of 3 on the play. He's only had 5 rushes tonight, Jimbo.
Yeah, that's very, very, very unusual. I don't know whether it's the game plan or whether it's just worked out that way.
Cyclones took it over to their own 32-yard line. Now Trooper Floyd hands it off to his running back up the middle. That's a pass complete to Reggie Heath, a gain of 10 on the play from Trooper Floyd. So he's 6 for 10, hits Reggie Heath for a gain of 10 for 28 yards total passing. First down for the Cyclones.
Waited too long.
He passed it out here in the flats to Andre Evans. Andre gets to the 50-yard line, gain of 4. Brings up second down and 6. for the Cyclones here.
57 seconds left in the first half.
Cyclones up 7-6. Looking to drive here. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to look downfield. He's got a man coming open, and that's Reggie. Reggie get upfield to 40-yard line. He's going to drive forward to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 16, and the Cyclone first down. Coach Floyd uses one of his timeouts, stop the clock, or maybe not. The clock's running.
No, clock's running.
Well, they're quick on that clock there, Jimbo.
It should have stopped, yeah.
Throws across the middle. Got Reggie again at the 25-yard line. Reggie's falling forward at the 15-yard line. He's going to get inside the 15, and the clock should stop at 30 seconds to go here. That's another big-time gain from Reggie Heath, a gain of 23 for the Cyclones.
We throw another one like that, be a touchdown. Look at that. The chains are not set, and they run into the clock. It's 4 seconds.
Trooper's getting everybody set up in a shotgun formation. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to look down. He's going to try to throw, roll to his right. 15-yard line, 10-yard line. And Coach Floyd's going to call timeout with 15 seconds. Trooper runs forward for 4 yards.
Wide open over here.
So the Cyclones have 73 yards passing now. Trooper Floyd is 9 of 13 for 73 yards. And most of that has gone to Reggie Heath. Reggie has, from my count, 49 yards receiving. Cyclones have 5 first downs here. We'll hold it with them. 15 seconds up. Cyclones up 7-6 here. Ball's at the 11-yard line of the Vikings. Cyclones still have 2 timeouts.
5 first downs in a half is not Cyclone football.
No. Well, the Cyclones haven't had the football much.
No, that's true.
We'll notice that in a moment. But we'll see what happens here. Coach Floyd drawing up his play. He's got probably 2 plays here. Got a timeout in his bag, so we'll see what he does here. These officials are quick on the whistle.
Yes, very
Chains
very
are not set on this drive, and they have not been. They've stopped the clock momentarily, but they hadn't waited to get the chains set. 11-yard line. Cyclones moving right to left against the Vikings defense. Everybody's in tight to the line of scrimmage. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. Hands it off to McCullough. McCullough picks his way forward, 5-yard line. He's got a first down, and the Cyclones going to call timeout with 9 seconds left. He's inside the 5 at the 4. Good call by Coach Floyd. I think everybody expected him to run the football.
Now what do you do? Do you throw it?
I'd throw one pass here. Try to hit Reggie in the flats or something, or try to set something up.
Yeah.
Best 2-point conversion play you got. Ball's at the 4-yard line.
Louisville 28, Great Falls 6 with 10:31 left in the second.
Yeah, Chisholm's eating them alive. He's had 3. I know he's had 3 touchdown passes already, and it looks like he will just be able to get what he wants all night long. That's a good quarterback, good offense down there at Louisville this year.
Yep.
Cyclones down 7-6 here at the end. Up 7-6 here at the conclusion of the first half at Frank Hill Stadium, Emerald High School here in Greenwood, South Carolina, over the Vikings. Hard battle here for the region tilt between the Cyclones and the Vikings. Cyclones 2-0 in the region. Vikings 1-1. They lost to Woodruff last week. They're 0-1. They've still got games to play. They're 0-1 in the region after losing to Woodruff last week.
Well, we can get 2 plays out of this passing, but because we have no timeouts left, right?
I think we have 1 timeout left.
1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach Floyd's on the field having a conversation with the officials. First and goal for the Cyclones. Ball's at the 4-yard line. Up 7-6, 9 seconds to go in the first half.
I wonder what this is all about.
Coach Floyd told me he's going to call timeout as soon as the ball goes dead. Cyclones up 7-6. We'll see what they're able to do. Trooper Floyd, empty backfield set. 2 receivers. Now McCullough goes in motion from right to left. Takes a shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff to McCullough. He's going to roll to the outside. He's got Sadim wide open. Sadim walks into the end zone. Beautiful play call by Coach Floyd. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Yes, sir. That was beautiful. He just slid right out. Wasn't a man close to him.
3.5 seconds left in the first. Touchdown, Cyclones,
yes,
Jimbo.
Sir, buddy. I'll take that one all day long. That was a great play call. Great play call. Now, if we get this extra point.
On to try the extra points, Austin Allen, number 38. Trooper Floyd's the holder. Jalen gave him a good snap. Kicks up, it's blocked. So it is going to be 13-6 with 3.5 seconds left. Good block off the outside edge there, number 16. Number 15, Bradley Jones, who got an interception. Now he comes off the outside and blocks the extra point try. And so it is 13-6, 3.5 seconds to go in the first half. That's what you want, Jim. Drive down, 123, end up scoring a touchdown on 7 plays, and the drive is 68 yards.
That's what you want.
Then you get the football coming out of the halftime break with some confidence.
Exactly.
All right, extra point was blocked there. We'll hold it right here, and then we'll take a break at the halftime bell. Cyclones up 13-6. Austin Allen on the kick for the Cyclones. Just kick it inbounds, whatever you do.
That's right, just keep it inbounds.
Going to be a squib kick, I think. He's going to have a short run up here. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line, kicking right to left.
Yeah,
it's a little pooch. It's going to hit the ground and be caught at the ground by number 6, 2.9 seconds left. They'll put it in play for one play. The Emerald Vikings will. The ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line. Good call by Coach Jerry Caldwell there.
I don't know about 0.6 seconds off the clock on a kickoff.
Well, he does.
I'm a pooch, even a pooch kick.
Well, he's got to be waiting for it to be touched by the player.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's more than half a second.
Ball's at the 42-yard line.
I can't take it for
Emerald's
the officials on that one.
That's right. Emerald's got it. Well, they've had some blunders with the clock management
yes,
here tonight.
They have.
Quarterback comes on the field, number 12, Holloway. Key Holloway. He's at 6 rushes for 18 yards. In the backfield with him is his running back, number 3, Jalen Foster. He's had 14 rushes for 89 yards. Now we got some kind of stoppage on the field. Delay a game on Emerald. Back them up 5 yards.
How can you have a delay of game when you're looking straight at the clock?
Well, on top of that, you're just going to take a knee.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to throw it deep, are you?
Well, yeah, they may try, but.
Cyclones got Zeke Evans down deep along with Shadeem McCullough and Reggie Heath. He's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to try to throw it. He's going to run forward. He's across the line of scrimmage. They're going to run him. He's going to be forced out of bounds. That's the last play of the drive. Quarterback Holloway gets to the 50-yard line, so he gained 13 yards on the play, but that's the last play of the half. Cyclones will go into the halftime break up 13-7. When we come back at it, they'll get the football. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK. Well,
that was nice. We needed that.
Yeah, we did need that.
We needed that.
We needed that very much.
Big time. Man, half the stands are bailing out and going to the concession stand.
Two penalties for 19. Let's see, 2 punts for 36 and a half. And 3 turnovers. That's the story of the game right there.
Yep.
All right. So their total offense is 145, 25 plays for 145. All right, let's see, halftime break. If you're listening to the podcast, thanks for joining us. We'll be back on the radio in a second. We don't have a lot of – I'm trying to add up stats right here. 6, 9, 10 rushes for the Cyclones for 42, 15 is 57 minus 255 yards. Trooper Floyd is 10 of 14, 1 interception, which was like a punt for 71 yards. Cyclones had 6 first downs, 1 turnover, and the Cyclones had 4 penalties for 40 yards. Total offense for the Cyclones, 24 plays for 126. fairly evenly played game while we had the score we have.
Yes, you're right.
Turnovers are hurting Emerald. All right, we're back here on the radio from Emerald High School. Clint Davis along with Jim Fuller. Jeff Kerr not with us tonight. He'll be back next week, Lord willing, as the Cyclones play host to the Red Devils of Clinton. As the Cyclones are in the halftime break, they are up 13-7. Let me tell you how we got to where we are. Cyclones got the scoring underway with 5:27 to go in the second quarter on an Antonio Hopkins dive over the left side. The Austin Allen try for the extra point was good. Cyclones at that point were up 7-0. Emerald then takes the ball on the next possession, and as they drive down the field in a drive that ends in a touchdown, a 7-play drive for 65 yards, and on a Jalen Foster 8-yard touchdown run. He started right. He cut back left in the hole and was able to squirt his way through. The extra point attempt by number 16, Maggie Finley, failed, and at that point it was 7-6 for the Cyclones. The drive ended at 1:23 on the clock, so it was roughly a 4-minute drive for the Emerald Vikings. They kicked off to the Cyclones. The Cyclones, after returning it with Tyler Williams for a 25-yard return, took it over at their own 32-yard line. And with 1:23 to go in the half, Cyclones drove down the field on a 7-play, 68-yard drive that ended in a 4-yard touchdown pass from Trooper Floyd to Shadeem McCullough. Trooper faked the handoff on a play-action pass. Shadeem kind of filtered out into the flats, and Trooper tossed a nice ball to Shadeem. He caught it, walked right into the end zone, nobody around him. The extra point attempt by number 38, Austin Allen, for the Cyclones was blocked by a good play on the Bradley Jones, who came off the right side, and that gave us a score 13-7 here at the halftime break. Emerald has made a living this year playing one-score games. They've lost 3. 2 of the 3 they've lost have been one-score, and 2 of the 4 they've won have been one-score football games. So this football team is always in a football game, and we can understand why, Jimbo.
Yes, we can, because they're very much in this one. Chester has not played their brand of football. Like we said earlier, that could have some influence from the Emerald defense, or it could be that maybe our offense is just a hair off tonight. But as a rule, Coach Floyd will make some big adjustments at halftime, and as a rule, we come out and play better in the second half than we do in the first half if we've had a bad first half.
Well, absolutely. There's a lot to work on, and there's a lot for them not to be happy about. I will say
right.
The story of this game is turnovers. But before we get into that, let's take another break. Cyclones up 13-6 over Emerald here in Greenwood, South Carolina, at the home of the Vikings, Frank Hill Stadium at Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Can you imagine having to cut out all those swans? I wonder if they're wood or if it's cardboard.
I got to be wood, Jim. I don't think cardboard would be that strong, do you?
It is wood. They got wheels underneath them. See the wheels on the bottom?
Yeah, but I still think they probably would, don't you? It might be cardboard. Whatever it is, they used a good template because they're all equal. Exactly the same.
A lot of work.
Yeah. Maybe they did that during band camp.
Or either woodwork. Of course, I don't know if they have woodworking anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if they have woodworking here in Emerald or not.
We used to call it shop.
My dad taught shop for years, 30-some years, at Vesper City High School. Poor old Vesper City got a tough one tonight. They got to play Shelby.
Is that bad?
Woo! Poor old Vesper City.
What about the Hunter Hust?
I don't even know. I really hadn't had time to keep up with them. They hadn't really been doing much. You gotta find the time to keep up with things, and when it's not really doing much for you, you don't really keep up with it. You know what I mean, Jimbo?
Well, see, yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I keep up with the Caps, even though they hadn't won a game in 4 years.
Yeah, but that's because we make you. You wouldn't if Jeff and I didn't make you. You wouldn't, would you?
Well, there may be some truth in that statement.
I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, Lordy.
Let's see here. 1:40 left on our break time. We're at 1:40, so we'll be back on in about 10 seconds. Poor old Braves took a beating today.
Did they really?
9-1.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Back here at the halftime break in Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina. Clint Davis along with Jim Fuller. Cyclones up 13-6 with 7:36 to go in the halftime period. The Emerald band's on the field, playing well. Cyclone coaches are certainly having a conversation with their players, as are the coaches from Emerald. Both teams trying to look at what they did well in the first half and what they did poorly in the first half. And let me just tell you something right now. If I am Chester, I've got to come out and establish the run.
Yes, sir.
I've also got to protect. I got to keep the football going, and keeping the football going is keeping my guys, my getting some time of possession, and giving my defensive linemen and my linebackers some rest, because they're having to go up against a running attack that is just whipping them right now. And Chester's lucky to be up 13-6. The reason Chester's up 13-6 is the story of the games, turnovers. Emerald has turned it over 3 times, Jim. They've turned it over one time, a fumble going into the end zone.
Yep.
I mean, he was going into the end zone, fumbled the football into the end zone.
Yeah,
he fumbled it to 1, fumbled into the end zone. Cyclones recovered it for a touchback. Then quarterback, after they hold the Cyclones, they have it in good field position. The quarterback fumbles, moving forward, Cyclones take it over after they got an interception from Trooper Floyd. Then muffed a punt at the 5-yard line. The Cyclones recovered and was able to put 6 on the board. So, really, if it weren't for those turnovers, Emerald's up big in this game.
Yes,
I think.
they are.
Cyclones have only been able to do one drive, and that was right at the end of the first half. They were able to muster something offensively. Outside of that, it's been non-existent.
Yeah, we had a chance to score down here, and Trooper overthrew.
Opening drive of the game. After
wide
that,
open.
well, that was a tough pass. It was a 30-yard pass. But after that, Cyclones have had non-existent offense.
Nothing.
But until that last drive of the first half, which has to give them a lot of confidence. If I'm Coach Jerry Caldwell, I'm in the locker room, I got to talk to my defense about stopping the run.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to give you some statistics. Emerald, for the first half, has 21 rushes for 120 yards. Foster, the running back, Jalen Foster, has 14 rushes for 89 yards. And the quarterback, Holloway, has 7 rushes for 31 yards. Holloway is 4 of 4 passing. Now, I will say that only one of those was a pass out into the flats. Every other one was either a screen pass behind the line of scrimmage or a jet sweep kind of shuttle pass, which is an extension of the running game. He just gets credit for it.
Did he throw those shuttle passes?
He only had 4 completions that I have him down for.
Yeah.
So he's 4 of 4 for 25 yards. And so total offense for Emerald right now, 25 plays for 145 yards in the first half. 7 first downs for the Vikings, 2 penalties for 19 yards, 2 punts for 36.5 yards, and the big number, 3 turnovers for the Vikings that have given the Cyclones life and really gave the Cyclones 7 points. But outside of that, just stopped momentum as the Vikings were driving down the field, and certainly costly. So the coach of the Vikings, Coach Tad DeBose, is saying to his team, if we hold on to the football, we take care of it like we're supposed to, we're up 14-7 at least in this game, maybe more than that. So it's a whole different ball game if they just simply take care of the football.
Yeah, well, thankfully they haven't, and that we have been able to take advantage of some of their mishaps.
Absolutely. Let me give you the stats for the Cyclones before we take another break here. 4:10 to go in the halftime period. Band on the field, and they've got a beautiful presentation going with swans. And Jimbo and I think that whoever cut those swans out has done an exceptional job. There are 6 swans, Jimbo, and they are all exactly the same.
Exactly.
No, there's 8 swans.
8 swans.
And they're huge.
I bet they're 7 feet tall.
They're painted white on the front, black on the back, with PVC pipe holding them up. That's got to be either cardboard or wood. It looks like it's wood. It looks like it's wood. It has to be that sturdy.
And
you
plus
can't carry cardboard.
They own rollers.
They're on rollers. So let me give you the stats for the Cyclones, first of all, real quick. Cyclones had 10 rushes for 55 yards. Shadeem McCullough's only had 6 rushes for 42. Trooper Floyd had 3 rushes for 15. Trooper Floyd is 10 of 14 with passing with 1 interception for 71 yards. Most of that came on the last drive, and most of it to Reggie Heath, who's caught 5 balls for 49 yards. Andre Evans has caught 3 balls for 10 yards, and Shadeem McCullough's caught 1 for 4, but it was a big one right before the halftime break for a touchdown. Cyclones had 6 first downs, 1 turnover on an interception that Trooper threw, which in a sense was a punt. It was 3rd down and 15. Cyclones trying to get downfield. He threw a 35-yard interception, which was in a sense a punt. So you can live with that. And then Emerald promptly fumbled it away the next drive they had after the interception. Cyclones, however, had 4 penalties for 40 yards. Some of those costly, a couple of them holding. One of them was a personal foul face mask that extended a drive that would have stopped for the Emerald Vikings. Actually extended that drive that they scored their touchdown on, Jimbo. So that was a costly penalty. So Cyclones, all in all, 24 offensive plays for 126 yards. Those stats look very similar, but the time of possession is a number I don't keep up with, but that time of possession is heavily in the favor of the Vikings so far in this football game. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK.
It would be interesting if we had time of possession to see how much longer
I could figure it, but I keep it, but I'm not going to take time to figure it.
It was clean. I think somebody at the door.
Coming in?
But they've had it a lot longer than we have.
Yeah, well, that's right. So if you just, I can just look at the, we've had it 2 minutes, 1 minute. Looks like roughly 55 seconds, 1 minute and a half. They've had it, their drives, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
There you go.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
they've got
the time of possession.
I think one of the advantages they have is they make the visiting team walk or run a half a mile before they get back on the field to start the game or either start second half. And they wear our guys out. I think it's something that they worked on when they were building this stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm really surprised, as nice as this facility is, that they don't have dressing rooms in one of the end zones. That surprises me. Of course, the baseball field takes up one end.
Well, they could go over there. Chester could go over there and circle around our car.
Yeah.
It's over there right behind the scoreboard. Just go on over and park behind the scoreboard, he said. That's what we did.
That's what he said. That's the first. I'm a little bit surprised at the number of people that we have here on the Chester side. It's a lot more than I thought. I didn't think.
All right, we're back here at Emerald High School in Greenwood, South Carolina. Time's running off the clock here. Both teams are out doing their stretches. They'll add 3 minutes to the clock. And this game will get underway here in the second half. The Cyclones will receive the kick at the start of the third quarter. And as they do, then we'll see what the Cyclones are able to do. Emerald dominated time of possession first half. Cyclones certainly want to get off the field on third down. They want to extend drives on third down so that they can move the ball forward. Chester had 3 drives that ended in third downs, only 3 plays, and then one drive that only was 2 plays. Of course, that was a touchdown drive. So the Cyclones have their longest drive had 7 plays. That was the end of the first half. Emerald, on the other hand, had multiple plays into the tens. That second drive ended in a fumble into the end zone with a 13-play drive that lasted 64 yards. And then they had another 7-play drive, another 5-play drive, etc. So they've had the football longer. Cyclones want to get off the field on third downs, and they want to be able to establish the line of scrimmage offensively. They've got to be able to do that, Jimbo. They have not had success. However, Trooper did have some success throwing the ball. I wonder if that success at the end of the first half will open up the running game here to start the third quarter.
You would hope so. You would really hope so. The Emerald coach is telling their guys, look, we should be winning this ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
That we should be up by at least a touchdown. And mistakes have us behind the 8 ball, so let's just keep doing what we're doing. We are saying, look, guys, we got to keep our, like you've mentioned a couple of times, we've got to keep our defense off the field, and that the offense has got to get something going so they can have a little rest.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I'll tell you what, let's do, quick, Bill. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back. Get ready for this one. Cyclones up 13-6. We'll be back to start the third quarter. No, I agree with you, Jim. It's one of those things that Chester is lucky.
To be where they are.
For sure. And if that football team doesn't come out here live, fired up, they're going to lose.
Yep, and it could flip real easy. And we don't need to lose this ball game. We're down to one game left in region play. We got to have this one.
No, I think so. I think maybe that'll be a wake-up call. Hopefully they'll come out here on fire the second half. Coach Floyd has a way of making adjustments and lighting a fire under his guys.
Yes,
and so hopefully we'll come out here ready to go. They'll get the opening kick, go down and score 7, and get a 2-score lead, and then let the defense start working.
Yeah, and
give it a little cushion.
Yeah, and give them some rest and let them really turn it on in the second half. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. All right, we're back here at Emerald High School getting ready to kick this one off here to start the third quarter. Cyclones on the field. Emerald coming onto the field here to start this third quarter. I got 50 minutes left on my broadcast. I may have to change it over and refresh the feed, but we can do that if we need to as we go through this half here to play, but I hope that we're going to be able to get it all in. Quick as that first half went, it only went 30. It went less than an hour. It went 50 minutes or so, and so we'll see how this second half goes. Cyclones will receive the opening kick here to start the third quarter. Emerald will be kicking left to right, and the Cyclones will receive. Deep to receive the kick is number 3, Andre Evans, and it looks like number 16, Antonio Hopkins, T-Hop down there on the flat in the far corner of the end zone. Far corner of the field. They stand at their own 10-yard line waiting on this. Shadeem McCullough stands at the 20. He's an up man along with number 2, Reggie Heath. And on the try, the kick for Emerald is a young kicker. He's going to tee the ball up at the 40. Number 13 for the Vikings is, I don't have him on my sheet.
It may be that female?
No, she's number 16.
Okay.
Here's the run-up and the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Andre at the 15-yard line, 20-yard line, 25-yard line, still on his feet, 30, 35-yard line, going to push forward to the 36-yard line, maybe 37, where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line to start the third quarter here with 11:52 to go in the third, up 13-6.
We need a drive. And take some time off the clock, have about a 6-minute drive.
Trooper Floyd brings it. Yeah, it would be. Trooper Floyd brings his offense on the field. In the slot to the left side, number 5, Kyan Kennedy, and number 2, split out wide, is Reggie Heath. Hands it off to McCullough up the middle. McCullough starts left, then cuts upfield. I think he gains maybe 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cyclones.
Yeah, we needed a couple more than what he got.
Got an injured player on the field for the Vikings here to start the third quarter. Cyclones stand over to the sideline. Coach Floyd has a conversation. Coach Dodson steps out there and has a conversation with his offensive line. Coach Jack Sink brings a football over to the Vikings ball boy. Now Jack walks back across the field slowly.
Which is to be expected.
Which is the Jack Sink way. Young man on the ground for the Vikings. It looks like they're working with his arm up near the upper part of his body. Now they get him up. And that is going to be number 40, one of the interior linemen. And that is Malachi Thomas, a junior for the Vikings. He makes his way off the field. Vikings come back out in that 3-3 stack. Linebackers making most of their plays tonight. Number 22, Laborious Warren. And number 7, K.J. Morton from their linebacker position making most of the plays. They got 4-man down front now as the Cyclones in this offense. Hands it off, fakes the handoff to Shadeem, hands it off to Andre around the outside on the end around. Andre's going to get to the 46-yard line. That should be a gain of 8 and a first down. It's going to be just here. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So it brings up 3rd down and 1 for the Cyclones here to start the third quarter. See if the Cyclones can pick up this crucial third down here. Keep this drive alive, keep their defense on the field, off the field. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run it over the right side himself. He's got the first down and more. 50-yard line, 45-yard line. He's going to get inside the 45 down to the 42, 43-yard line. Trooper picked up a first down. He needed one, and he got
16.
He got 13. Good run by Trooper there. 28 yards now for him on the game. Rushing. First down for the Cyclones. Fourth play of this drive here. Moving the chains. Hands it off to Shadim. He patiently picks his way forward. 40-yard line. He's still driving the pile. He's going to get down to the 39, 38-yard line, depending on where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 39. That's a gain of 4 and brings up second down and 6 for the Cyclones, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. That was a nice run. That puts us in good shape on second down. We only got, 5 or 6 to go?
Kyan Kennedy in tight on the right side as a slot receiver. Trooper Floyd takes a deep breath, takes a shotgun snap. He's going to sling it to the outside. That's Andre. Andre's moving forward. He gets hit hard, but not before he gains 2 yards on the play. He's hit out there by the defensive back who gets up, number 6. That's Dawson Seaberg, who made a stop from his free safety position. Trooper is now 11 of 15 tonight for 73 yards. 6th play of this drive here is third down and 4. 10-14 to go. Cyclones trying to drive. Empty backfield set. Waits on the snap. He gets a low one, but he fields it well. He's going to roll to his right, throw it back across his body. He hits Reggie Heath at the 30-yard line. Reggie cuts forward. He's going to get to the 26. That's enough for a Cyclone. First down. He got 13 on the play. He needed 6. He needed 4.
That was a good catch by Reggie because it was a little bit over his head, but he stretched up and went and got it.
86 yards now receiving. 62 yards receiving, 86 passing for Trooper. Second first down on this drive. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun. McCullough to his left. This is the kind of drive we needed to start the third quarter with, Jimbo.
Yep.
Trooper takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Shadim, who patiently picks his way forward. He's going to get 2 on the play to the 25-yard line where the Cyclones will put it in place. Second down and 8.
You can see that Shaheem has been talked about quite a bit in the preparation this week for this game because they are all over him.
Well, sure. Cyclones up 13-6, 9:25 to go in the third. Opening possession here. Started 11:52 with their drive. It's now 9:19. Over 3 minutes. Trooper runs the option to Shadim over the right side. Shadim's going to bull his way forward. He takes the contact and falls forward. The linesman's going to spot him just inside the sticks over there, and it's going to be third down and inches for the Cyclones. 8-yard gain for over the right side. Ninth play of this drive coming, third down and 1, 8:50 to go in the third. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Antonio. Antonio at the 15-yard line, 10-5. Touchdown, Cyclones!
All right.
Antonio Hopkins goes over the right side for an 18-yard touchdown run. Puts the Cyclones up 19-6 with 8:39 to go in this third quarter.
That is exactly what we needed. 3.5 minutes off the clock and 6 points, hopefully 7.
Hopkins was a change of pace after Shadim came in. Cyclone's going to go for 2 and try to get the 15-point lead here with 8:39 to go in the third. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run up the middle himself. He's going to call his own number. He's going to stick it in there, and he's going to be down before he crosses over the line. So falls short. Trooper Floyd's attempt to the extra point is failed. So the Cyclones are up 19-6 with 8:39 to go. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Cyclone football on WRBK. Kind of think I'd have kicked that, go up 14.
Yes, sir.
Unless you don't trust their kicking, but I think I would have tried to kick that, go up 14. At this point in the third, but Coach Floyd decided to go for 2, and hey.
That's why he's over there and we're up here.
He makes good decisions.
That's right.
9-play, 64-yard drive.
3 minutes and 21 seconds.
And over 4 minutes. That's a good time. That's what we needed, wasn't it?
Yep. he couldn't have missed that extra point by much. I mean, it was right down there. Here we go. We'll kick it off. Pooch.
All right, we're back. Austin Allen's pooch kick was taken by number 6 over there, Dawson Sebring. Dawson receives the punt on a fair catch at the 33-yard line, where the Vikings will take it over 1st and 10 at their own 33. 8:39 to go in the third. Now down 19-6, 2 scores.
That's what we need.
Cyclones went for 2. Trooper Floyd was about an inch short on a quarterback keeper scramble from putting this thing 21-6. Quarterback in the shotgun, H-back on the right side, pulls the left guard, and he's going to get hands it off to Foster. Foster's going to get up into the interior of the defensive line and be pulled back by Terry Radford. So he gained 1 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 9 here to start the third quarter for the Vikings on offense, their first possession. Now down 2 scores, 8:17 to go. Cyclones get a stop here and get another score. You kind of like their chances on this against this offense, which is going to run the football most of the time. Quarterback sends a man in motion from right to left. That's number 1, Ryans. Now he comes back to the right side and a tight split on the right side. 2 receivers outside of him. Cyclones going to bring pressure. Quarterback's going to run over the right side, left side. Cyclones get him and bottle him up and then push him out of bounds. DJ Stevenson out there along number 1, Zeke Evans. They throw him down hard right at the original line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained a yard, made a lost one, Jimbo.
Yeah, I think his man got in his way, and he couldn't really turn the corner.
Brings up 3rd down and long.
Whoever that was pulling was not as fast as the quarterback was.
3rd down and long here. They got him back to the original line of scrimmage after a loss of 1.
Got to hold him here.
Cyclone defense is ready. They're getting their call from Coach Jerry Caldwell. Got a little bit of intensity turn up here. Kyan Kennedy, that middle backer, and the strong sides to the right side of the formation. Hands it off to his running back. Cyclone's going to hit him in the hole, and not before he gets about 2 yards, and that's it, maybe 3. That's Foster over the left side, tackled by number 16, Antonio Hopkins for the Cyclones, along with number 38, Trajan P. On the punt for the Vikings, number 41, Wade King. He's going to stand inside his own 25. Andre Evans beat to receive it for the Cyclones. Waiting on the snap from his long snapper. Number 9, the up back, is J.T. Turner. He's given all the controls. It's a high snap, but he fields it well. Cyclones give pressure, almost get it. It's a low line drive punt. It's going to hit and take a Vikings roll inside the 30-yard line to the 26-yard line. So that was a good punt. A punt from the 33-yard line to the 26-yard line is 17 and 24. What is that, Jimbo? 41.
41.
6:24 to go. Cyclones take it over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Shadim. Shadim picks his hole. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no farther. So he gained maybe 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Cyclones.
Yeah, they had that one figured out.
58 yards rushing now for Shadim here in this football game. Clock runs, 6 minutes to go in the third. Cyclones up 19-6. If you're just tuning in, this is Clint Davis, Jim Fuller, Chester High School football on WRBK. Floyd in the shotgun. McCullough stands to his right. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to swing it across his body, and he's got a man out there. That's Reggie Heath. Reggie catches it on a short out pattern. He stops short of going out of bounds. He gained 7 on the play. That brings up 3rd down and short for the Cyclones here.
Yeah, we can make this.
Reggie's 6th catch of the night. 69 yards receiving. 3rd down and 2 for the Cyclones. Ball's at their own 34-yard line. Got to get to the 36 for a 1st down. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. Going to roll over to the right side. He should have pitched that ball to Antonio Hopkins. Antonio picks up the 1st down. If he pitches it, Trooper loses a yard. Brings up 4th down and 4. The Cyclones will have to punt.
Like you said, he should have pitched it. Because you know Antonio's going to pick it up.
It's 5:20. Trooper on the punt.
We going for
No,
it?
they're going to try to draw him off sides. Now he's going to drop back. Tried to run up and draw him off sides.
Yeah.
DJ Stevenson move. We got away with it. It's a high end over end kick. It's going to hit, take a Cyclone roll at the 35-yard line, roll down inside the 30 to the 26. So Trooper kicked that from his 34-16, and 26-24 is a 40-yard punt. Good punt by Trooper there. 4:56 to go. They'll take it over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
One thing about Trooper's punts, he gets good rollout.
4:56 to go in the third. Cyclones up 2 scores, 19-6. Emerald has it for the second time here in the third quarter. Cyclones unable to get some momentum there on that second drive of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation. Key Holloway, they're going to run it most of the time out of. That's the shovels pass. He's going to think to Ryans. Ryans is trying to spread it out. Cyclone's going to give chase. Zeke Evans is going to push him out of bounds. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, or he may have lost a yard. We'll see where they spot him. Well, they're going to give him a yard or a half a yard. So that was a dangerous pass. It was bobbled, but Ryans, is able to turn the corner and get 1 yard on the run.
We
on
had
the pass.
good pursuit, though. We were all over him.
Yes. Quarterback Holloway in the shotgun. Cyclones going to bring pressure. Here they come. DJ off the side. Cyclones give pressure up the middle. Trajan, he's going to force him back into the hole, and the Cyclones are going to be there to make the stop. Good play in there by Trajan, and DJ was on the outside and good contain. Forced Holloway back up in the middle. Holloway loses one on the play. Terry Radford gets up limping.
Yeah, we don't need that. He's going out.
Emerald does not have a first down in the second half.
And 3:43 left to go in the third quarter.
Cyclones up 19-6. 3:33, third down and 11 for the Emerald Vikings here. Cyclone defense, 3-3-5. They've come out with more intensity here in the second half. Been able to stop the running game on 2 possessions thus far. Timeout Emerald. We'll take it with them. Cyclones up 19-6 when we come back. Cyclone football on WRBK. Quarterback didn't like what he saw.
You think Coach had a talk with him at halftime?
Yeah, I think we got some intensity, different level of intensity here. We got to get some more points, though.
Yep.
A little frustrated. I'm sure he's disappointed in the offensive output right there at 3 and out. He's probably disappointed in Trooper for real. If Trooper pitches that ball, I think Antonio picks up the first down and we move the chains. He doesn't maybe not get it by much, but I like Antonio carrying that football
on the sweep.
On the option or the sweep in that moment. More than Trooper. Trooper learning how to run the football. Coach Floyd say the same thing. Pitch the football. And let's let the playmakers pick up the plays.
And he is not the speediest person on the team either.
Not at the moment. I think he's going to grow into it. I think he's going to develop for sure.
Don't doubt that.
But I like Antonio carrying that ball on that pitch. We'll see. All right, we're back here at Emerald High School. Start here, third down and 26. Third down and 11. 3:26 to go in the third quarter. Emerald's second offensive possession of the second half, down 19-6. Cyclones 3-3-5, bringing some pressure up the middle. Going to run to get to the quarterback. He throws it back across the bottle. He hits Ryans, but Ryans is held short of the line to gain by number 7, Maurice Feaster. He was a pass for a completion of 6 yards, and looks like 4th down and 4. And Coach DuBose is going to roll the dice. It looks like.
Whoa, I don't know about this. Well, I guess he figures, I might as well do it now. I'm down 2 scores. I've got, 4 yards to go. My big running back's been doing well.
4th down and 4, balls inside the 35-yard line. May try to draw the Cyclones off sides.
That may be true.
No, he takes a snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle. Running back's going down. He didn't make it. The ball's on the ground. Doesn't matter. No. And there's a flag coming in somewhere. Cyclones say they recovered the football. The running back goes down, whether they recovered or not. Cyclones take it over on downs. unless the penalty's on the Cyclones. No, the running back comes off the ground with the football. There's a penalty marker tossed in there from the umpire, which usually means
face mask
or holding, one of the two.
Holding, yeah.
We'll see what it is.
Turn around and face the other way, guys. Don't face this way. Face toward the car. Face toward our car. They're still talking.
Umpire threw it. Let's see what he's calling here. Personal foul, face mask on the Cyclones. 15-yard to extend the drive.
Golly bum.
The second 15-yard face mask penalty on the Cyclones tonight. Second time they've extended a drive. They take over the football 1st and 10. If they don't, commit that penalty. Pick it up on a penalty. And so that's the first down of Emerald here with 2:43 to go in the third.
Man, that hurt.
Down 19-6. If not, Cyclones have it. Now the ball's at the Cyclone 49-yard line. Emerald's alive.
Man.
Quarterback's in the shotgun formation. Cyclone's going to bring pressure. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff to his running back. Calls his own number on his own read. He's got some running room. 45-yard line, 40. 35-yard line. The Cyclone's going to run him out of bounds. That's Zeke Evans at the where are they going to spot him? They're going to spot him out of bounds at the
25, 26.
33-yard line. So he picks up 19 on the play, or 16 on the play.
Man alive.
Emerald has it 1st and 10 inside Cyclone territory. Cyclones gave him a first down on a 15-yard face mask penalty. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Foster. Foster's got running room now. 25-yard line down inside the 20. And that's a big-time gain, picking up big yardage here. A gain of 13 and a first down. 106 yards now for the running back. Foster, 5th play of this drive, forthcoming here. Sixth play of the drive. Cyclones held them on downs, but gave up a 15-yard face mask. Extended the drive, and now Vikings looking to try to make the Cyclones pay. Cyclones bringing pressure, hands it off to the running back this time. No, he calls his own number. He's still on his feet, squirting his way through. Cyclones pile him up. That's the running back Holloway over the left side. He gains 3, brings up 2nd down and 7.
I thought they had him in the backfield.
7th play of this drive here for the Vikings. Moving left to right, 135 and counting in the third, down 19-6 to the Cyclones. Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back Foster over the left side. The Cyclones pile him up after a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
You know, our blitzing is good, but if we guess wrong, they got an empty lane to go right through, and that's happened one time already.
3rd down and 7. They're going to spot him. Ball's at the 18-yard line of the Cyclones. Vikings look to the sideline to get their play. That's Holloway. He's got 2 receivers to the right side, H-back on the right side as well. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle. Cyclone's going to pile him up again. He gained maybe 1 on the play. Brings up 4th down and long. 4th down and 6 for the Vikings here at the Cyclone 16.
Come on, hold them and no penalties.
Number 9 comes in the game, J.T. Turner, with the play call from Coach DeBose. 4th down and 6. Ball's at the Cyclone 16. They got to get to the 10 for a first down. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. H-back lined up on the right side, right behind the right tackle. Backfield with the quarterback is number 3. Going to run the option to the left side. He's going to pitch it late, and that ball's going to hit the ground, and it was a forward pass, I believe, incomplete. Cyclones are able to take over on downs and hold them again. Now Coach Jerry Caldwell's fired up with his defense.
And rightfully so. He should be. They played well after not an intelligent call.
Well, they gave him 3 yards on the play. Said he caught it and fell forward. Ball was pitched late, and that's the end of the 4th quarter. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Cyclones up 19-6 with the start of the 4th when we come back.
That was close. Where they wound up spotting it, that was close.
I thought he pitched it forward and it hit the ground.
And it was incomplete pass.
That's what I thought. That's what it should have been. What it looked like to me.
This window's so dirty, I don't have that good view.
That's what I thought.
And with your eagle eyes, that's probably right.
Cyclones have it 1st and 10 here. Start the 4th. Minus 12, minus 13 yard line. They got to pick up some yardage here. We got to get a drive going, Jimbo. We need to put some points on. We need to put another 6 on the board.
Well, we need another 4-minute drive and get 6. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous with this score.
All right, we're back here. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Antonio Hopkins on the left side. Antonio's got running room. It's going to come down the field. It's going to be a penalty marker on number 61, Jordan Land, after Antonio picks up 11 in the first down. Jordan Land's going to get a penalty marker thrown on him. You know why I know it was him? Because the flag hit him in the back.
That's a good reason.
That's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be a half the distance. So the Cyclones, instead of having 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line, will have it 1st and 16 from their own 6. Moving left to right here. We've got an injured player on the field for the Vikings.
Well, that's 2 critical mistakes.
61 penalties for the Cyclones. 61 penalty yards for the Cyclones tonight. 6 penalties. Emeralds had 2 for 19, but some of them have been costly.
Yeah, those 2 face mask penalties.
Extended drives.
Yeah, and it could have been real costly down here.
And now that holding penalty erases a first down, which will be another minute off the clock.
That's right.
So, young man's getting up off the field over there, sitting up now. That's good to see. 16-19 lead, Cyclones, 11:47 to go in this one. $19-6, I should say.
Right. He's limping off.
Number 2, Kareem Good, the senior. He's got a little bit of a limp, but I believe he's shaking it off. That's good to see. As he comes off the field, gives a hand high five to Don Travis Jackson, the junior defensive lineman. Cyclones have it 1st and 16. Ball's at their own 6-yard line. They got to get out here to the 22-yard line for a first down. Picked up the first down, but had it pulled off the board with a holding call on one of the interior linemen from the right guard position. Trooper Floyd stands at the end line of his own end zone. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back. He starts to the outside this time. That's Antonio. Antonio's got some running room. He's at the 20-yard line, 25, 30, 35-yard line, 40.
Go, Antonio.
He's going to get run out of bounds at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. I like that linesman because he ran out of bounds at the 43, but he gave us 5. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Antonio Hopkins goes over the right side for 37 yards and a Cyclone first down.
I tell you what, in the crunch, I like giving it to Antonio.
Shotgun snap, hands it off to Antonio, starts right, comes back left. He's trying to get behind that big offensive line. Trevonte Weldon and Joez McCullough. He's going to get to the 50-yard line. He gains 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Cyclones. Good thing about this is we get to run another minute or so at least off the clock, Jimbo.
Exactly right. Every minute helps right now.
10:35 to go in this one. Cyclones up 2 scores, 19-6 against the Vikings of Emerald. Scored on the opening possession of the third quarter. Now the third time they've had offense here in the second half. Shotgun snap to Trooper Floyd. Hands it off to Antonio over the right side. Antonio gets 2 yards, so that's another gain of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones here. And we'll have it in play. Clock continues to run at the 47-yard line of the Vikings. Cyclones have to get to the 42 for a first down. .41 rushing yards now for Antonio. 4th play of this drive forthcoming. Trooper Floyd barks out the call to his offensive lineman. Stands in the backfield with his running back to the left side of him. Takes a shotgun snap. Cyclones' entire offensive line moves before the ball snapped. C.J. McCree stands up. Jordan Land stands up. Juez McCullough stands up. Trevonte Weldon stands up. The only man that didn't stand up was number 63, Jeremiah Gladden, because he was responsible for snapping the ball. 66 yards and penalties now for the Cyclones.
Boy.
And it goes from 3rd down and 5 to 3rd down and 10 back on the 48-yard line of the Cyclones. They got to get to the 42 of the Vikings for the first down. Trooper Floyd in an empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the right side. Takes a shotgun snap. Going to look downfield. He's got a man coming open. That's Andre. He throws it across the body. Andre catches the football at the 25-yard line, down inside the 20 to the 19, where the Cyclones will put it in play. 1st and 10.
He laid it dead on the money. I mean, it was a perfect soft pass. Laid it dead on the money.
33-yard pass. Hook up from Trooper Floyd to Andre Evans. Andre has 43 yards receiving now.
I will have to admit that I was a little doubting Thomas before that play started.
5th play of this drive, forthcoming here. Ball's inside the 19-yard, inside the 20-yard line of the Vikings. Trooper Floyd in the shotgun formation. McCullough stands to his left. He fakes the handoff. He's going to try to throw down the field. He's going to roll to his right. He slides inside the 20 to the 16, maybe 17-yard line and gained 3 on the play. Second down, clock runs, 8:45. The more time you take off the clock, the more you put yourself in a position to win, Jimbo.
Yes, sir. Let the clock run.
Especially against a team that does not want to throw the ball down the field. You got 2 scores here on them. Maybe you can get 3 scores. Lewis was up 36-6 in the 3rd. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to the left side. He's going to call his own number, get hit hard in the hole, and he got no gain. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Cyclones. Clock continues to run. Maybe lost 1 on the play.
Come on, guys.
8-10, 8:08. 3rd down and 8 for the Cyclones here.
Well, this is 4-down territory, so we got 2 pops to get it.
2 receivers to the right side. Andre Evans now runs out to the slot on the in-tight split on the right side as well, which is the short side of the field. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll right, try to throw back across his body, and Vikings give chase. Trooper is trying to get free, but he gets tackled in the backfield by number 40 from his defensive line position, and that is Malachi Thomas, who was injured early. Trooper loses 1 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Cyclones. Cyclones going to call a timeout to talk it over. 7:27 to go in this one. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Chester High School football on WRBK.
I called the same play that we did down here.
Well, I think he was trying to roll Shadim or Andre back across and he just got caught up in the traffic. Look what happened to me. And he was trying to throw back across his body. Andre was trying to break free. You know how we run that play?
Right.
And I think he just got caught up in traffic and he tried to run forward and he just didn't have the foot speed to outrun number 40.
That's right.
If he had outrun number 40, he might would have picked up the 1st down. 40 made a good play, grabbed him from the feet and didn't let him loose.
That's the kicker.
Can't let him loose, can you?
No, sir. It's going to be interesting to see what the call is. It's going to be interesting.
Three receivers to the right, or 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Running back in the backfield, Shadim McCullough. Trooper Floyd takes a shotgun snap, empty backfield set. He throws the ball downfield. He's got a man open. That's Reggie Heath. Touchdown, Cyclones! Trooper Floyd hits Reggie Heath for a 20-yard touchdown strike in the back corner of the end zone. He runs a deep corner route, and he was wide open. Touchdown, Cyclones.
All right. That's what we needed. We ate about 3 minutes off the clock and got 6 points. Hopefully got 7 points.
7:20 to go in this one. Cyclones just struck with a Reggie Heath touchdown pass from Trooper Floyd for 20 yards. On to try the extra points, number 38, Austin Allen for the Cyclones. Kicks up, and it is
Wow.
good. So the
Good.
Cyclones are up 26-6 with 7:20 to go in this one. You got to like where you are, Jimbo, here. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Bill, I'm going to call you because I'm going to stop this podcast and start it again. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a second, and then if it starts back at the beginning, refresh your feed.